we almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks. Hey, anyone notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, it worked.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up, you big old bitch? I made the chat wait a long time, and it was definitely not my fault this time.
It was definitely Drexel's fault.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Look, statistically, playing the demographics,
Look,
who are you going to believe?
I believe the guy who went in blackface. I believe that guy. It was you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
dude, speaking of blackface, we were talking before we went live about the Adam 22 guy letting the giant black man just pound his wife.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys
To quote Adam 22, rearranging her insides.
But then apparently her vagina went back to pre-BBC levels, apparently. I don't think that's how that works. You think Kurt Cobain's face went back to normal? No.
Damn, too soon.
Look, Camelot. The question is, have you ever stuck your dick deep in an Arby's roast beef sandwich? And if you did it return to the same shape the next day?
No. It was destroyed. And it had cubes on it and whatnot.
I knew the answer to the first part.
So yeah, but like Drex was like, yeah, I think he's trolling. And I feel like you have to be at this point. Now, granted, she did get plowed by the giant black guy.
She did.
Yeah. So it might be like half trolly.
Did you see the video from the dude though, when he was talking about the scene?
The black dude, yeah.
Yeah. When he's like, yeah, so my price is 4K. They pay me 10. They're like, yeah, we'll give you 10. And then like he's sitting there with a camera.
You seen it to Camelot?
No.
Well, if he's seen it, I'm saying like, have the fans seen it?
I don't know. We can't share like
Well, you can't show.
because if we share stuff, you disappear, which is probably good, but
Where am I going?
You
We
got
don't
your own
ask
custom
questions.
little window down there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like sitting there saying how he's sitting there holding the camera and he's like, you know what, I'm not really my thing, but I don't know, people do stuff, you know, I give her the glizz. And then and then at the end he says, but while it's happening, she's sitting there looking at him going, yeah, you like that little man? Like that.
Yes.
Like
yes, queen.
I was like, oh God, like, dude.
Hey, humiliation is real. Camelot, if you know how the life is, a lot of these dudes are into being humiliated, man.
Yeah. It's if you look at iDubbbz, that's him right now.
Yep.
His entire life is just his wife, Anissa, went out live on stream the other day and was telling everybody that he has IBS and he shits his pants all the time.
Yeah,
he was just stone cold quiet when she was saying it. He was like looking down at the floor.
The look on his face was like that silent rage of a man who's about to take a spike bat to her head, but he won't.
Okay,
Yeah,
so, okay. Do you think it's a fetish for eye cucks? Do you think that, or do you think he's like legitimately pissed, or because that seems unusual, right? That like you would put someone like something that personal out for everyone to see, right?
I mean, I don't understand.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
That like because Camelot, you know, there's like levels to this, right? Like if someone said, "Oh, Camelot has this secret," something that's like a secret, but it's not like too embarrassing, right? Like when he was a little kid, he did that. It's kind of like, okay, well, you know, that's, you know, whatever, right? He peed in the pool. But when someone's like, yeah, he shits himself, like, bruh, like you don't say that. Still.
Well, she knows. Because this is the running rumor, which I believe entirely. If you watch iDubbbz's old content, he was a virgin when he met her. So like,
I didn't know that. Wait, what?
Yeah, so he's never leaving. He will die.
Yes.
Die before he leaves, man. And that's why he's letting everything happen.
He was an incel. He was an incel.
Yeah, 100%. So David E says if Nick is late, he is only allowed to drink Bud Light, which means he's gay. David E also says,
hey, it's selling cheaper than water at some place.
They can't even give it away, man. They can't even get away. David said, if Nick wakes up with morning wood, tries in his stupor to walk to the bathroom and runs to a wall, what body part hits first? A, the nose.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. 100%. And dude, have you ever thought about getting nose reduction surgery?
No.
I want you to enlarge it.
Yeah.
Why don't you like get a rhinoplasty to get a bigger nose?
Have you heard of the Bible? It's a book that's out there. I don't know if you guys, it's kind of like a few people have it.
It's kind of mainstream.
There's a man named Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Samson's hair was never cut because God said, as long as you don't cut his hair, this man will be a titan. He will be so strong that no man can best him.
Then he simped.
Samson walks around killing everybody like it's nobody's business. And then, he simps on Delilah, and she's like, oh, she cuts his hair, and he becomes a bitch. I am not getting a damn nose reduction ever.
Dude.
What happened if you did?
Yeah,
do you think
have you heard of Jennifer Grey?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing, Jennifer Grey. Look, this, you know what though? I think Jennifer Grey and Nick REKIETA and Barbara Streisand are all in this triangle of noseness, right?
Yeah.
You and Barbara Streisand have retained your careers and popularity because you didn't reduce
it.
It's like the defining feature, right? That's why they got memes and shit of your nose.
Yeah.
If you reduce it, people go like, but you're not Nick REKIETA anymore.
Yeah.
You're still you, but you're not you.
Now you're just some useless piece of trash.
Yeah, you're just another guy.
Like Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey, do you remember when you first saw Dirty Dancing and you were like, she's the cute girl with the big nose, kind of like Lady Gaga's the same way.
Right.
It's her defining feature. Well,
you can't even tell.
Anyway.
You can't even tell who she is now. Like I looked up a picture of Jennifer Grey. It doesn't even look like the same person.
What were you gonna? You can't tell. What do you mean?
Look, man.
What were you going to say that you bit down?
All I'm gonna say is this.
You choked down that statement harder than Lena choked down that dick.
Look, all I'm gonna say is I have been overexposed to something in my Discord called the fappening, right?
Yes.
And hey, Camelot, it's gone now. I should have DM'd you. Do you know who was like fascinating? If you're into muscle chicks, Vladislava Galigan.
Ew.
I said, oh yes, please. I used to have it. Shout out to Grimlore for providing me that, but it's gone now. So now when you go to the site, it's gone. So if anybody can get me Vladislava Galigan's The Fappening page again, if that can get re-uploaded.
I'm trying to spell this like I'm done. Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah. She's a muscle chick. She went from being like a regular sized girl to like She-Hulk. I think they call it like the Russian She-Hulk. And she was looking right. But some people were like, oh, that's too big. That's man big. Get the fuck out of here, man. Muscle chicks are hot, fam.
Dude, I'd let her. And dude, they are dripping because their libido.
God, yes.
Their libido is like times 1,000. So they'll just move girls and shit around. Ain't no resistance.
So when you lift weights, you get higher testosterone, right? That's why like these beta cucks don't have it. In fact,
Allah will fix the stream. Allah will cast you out.
This was wild, man. So Camelot, I was telling Nick, I went to go see that Jennifer Lawrence movie with Miss Laura, right? She of course the failed gangbang fame, right? When she got arrested. You remember that story?
Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
Oh no, Miss Laura. Okay,
So I go to see the movie with Miss Laura.
Like, Jennifer Lawrence failed gangbang.
Well,
I don't know.
She's with Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
So Camelot, I go to see the movie with her, right? We get out of the movie and she starts to tell me about that dude she was dealing with, right? This dude in his, I want to say he's like mid or late 30s. This fucker is taking testosterone replacement therapy, man. TRT. He has put a rod in his dick, had a torso sex doll. When you start to look at these dudes, right? They have such low testosterone. So they have no sex drive. They last a matter of seconds. And then to Camelot's point, Camelot, you're in the gym, I'm in the gym.
Yep.
These chicks, when you deal with gym chicks, because they lift weights, their testosterone goes up. Thus, they drip more because they're like, I need it. When you deal with these lame chicks who just sit on the bed, the weebs, I just want to watch anime and do nothing, Drex. They're not fun. That's not fun. No. You want a chick that wants to get it.
Yeah. No, dude, I had Drex. There was this girl that was a nurse, and she was stacked. Now, she wasn't
freaks.
Yeah, she wasn't over the top, but she was stacked, man. She could like deadlift like 385. She was a monster. She looked kind of like a muscle chick. You know, she wasn't gone, but she looked the part, right? Dude, she was Carl. Dude, she worked like third shift or some shit. So she'd get off at like 5 a.m.
Yes.
And she would show up at my house at like 6 a.m. every day and just climb into bed with me and get on top of me. And I was like half awake. And it would be like just everywhere. It's like a faucet, man.
Yep. Oh God! Shout out to all my squirters out there. By the way, we don't give them enough credit.
We love the way this show's gonna be.
Look, I promise I'm gonna be good from now on.
No, it's fine. No,
I'm gonna be a decent, upstanding white man.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about turtle play next.
Is that when it's so small you have to tie a string to it to pull it out?
Nope.
Like a turtle.
It's worse. I just made it up, so it's got to be real bad,
dude.
It's degenerate as shit. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Oh my God.
I got no comment, man. I got no comment.
What's up, Phil? Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
Oh shit, Flux.
Look at that. Oh, squirting's okay, except if it goes in your mouth, then it's a problem. Well, then you're just drinking pee, and you're not in the desert, bro. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to do that. But if you do, I get it.
Dude, I've been there, Drex. I've been gone.
You're gonna glaze the feet with it
every
little bit. It's like putting taco sauce on.
Ain't nothing wrong with slipping up, tongue in the brown eye a little. All right, I'm choking.
I can't. I just can't with Nick. Camelot. Anytime I ever do a show with Nick will give me. I have to go like this with the camera. I just can't look at this dude's face, man. He gives me this look.
I ain't do nothing. I'm just sitting here.
Oh my God.
So what about that affirmative action?
Yeah. Oh no, hey, Camelot. I told Nick last night. I have been overjoyed at this because a lot of people, particularly Becky's, have been getting a pass because that's who affirmative action helped. It helped liberal, woke, white Becky's get middle and upper management positions.
That's
For those of you fucktards who keep saying, "Oh, it was black guys did not benefit from affirmative action," fam. Stop. Women, when you worked at the bank, what did they say? Women and minority women is what they promote.
Don't let black men in a bank.
They don't let black men in banks. Hey, the last time a black man was in a bank, it was George Floyd. That was it's a counterfeit 20. Kill him. You a
what
man.
A bank? That was a grocery store. He went to the bank to withdraw some breath. Didn't work.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn. God damn. That's what kind of show this is going to be, Nick. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing now.
His knees are coming.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Isn't today the 1 year anniversary when that George Floyd mural got struck by lightning?
Yeah, on a clear day.
When God was like, what that
on a clear day, the mural got struck by lightning, fam.
My man's face exploded harder than the Titan sub.
It makes sense. Like North Africa is God's blind spot, obviously. So like
Max.
Why would he care? Billy Hatcher, by the way, you're right. I was really drunk the day before. Hungover was really bad. I love you. Appreciate you. And Samantha, real quick, says, so happy to have Drex back on the show. And of course, Nick REKIETA. Love you all. Drex, me, and husband still doing great. Hell yeah, Samantha. I love you.
Whoa, that's a slip up. Whoa.
That's called a Freudian slip there.
Yeah,
somebody's got a clip, Cody, just saying, me and the husband still doing gay. Oh, shit.
Thank you, Low IQ. I love you. Have you ever seen the AEW wrestler Jade Cargill? Is she a muscle chick? Let's look it up. Jade Cargill. I like how the first thing says husband. Yeah, she looks like a monster, man. She I guess she doesn't look too muscular. She looks like she has ab implants though.
I
don't know, maybe not. It's hard to say. Some pictures she looks really cute, and then some pictures she just looks a little over the top, bro. Like her eyebrows are tattooed on, and they're like really big.
So something that we don't talk about enough is like pushing for natural beauty, because like
says the man with a full body tattoo.
Thank you, Uncivil Law.
He was white when I met him.
Oh, wait a minute. I have now seen peak degeneracy.
Oh,
someone in my Discord, I don't know if anybody else has seen it. I know Camelot's seen it. An Asian chick in blackface.
Oh yeah, you showed me. Yeah,
I showed Nick. Have you heard about this, Camelot?
I saw the one chick that turned into Kobe Bryant, and she looked just like his ass.
No,
yeah, Asian girl. She did Kobe Bryant like face paint, and it looked just like him. I was like, damn.
This chick was full body, black.
She got black.
She yeah.
I gotta look up her name. My Discord would know. I'm gonna
you
have.
Can't show it on
well,
stream.
I can't show it, but Camelot can like look at it on his phone, like, let me just see, and you're like, oh Jesus.
So
Yeah,
she immediately got hired at the bank.
You can't pull it up. She even had the Hershey Kisses going.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see the Asian woman.
Put it like Asian blackface. The chick, dude, it was bad, man. It was like, oh wait, hey, Camelot.
There's the Kobe Bryant one.
BDA. Type in BDA -176, and then click images.
176.
Bravo Delta Alpha -176, and then click, bruh.
Oh my god,
that is not okay, fam.
Oh my god,
but I still would.
Oh my god.
That's the only way you'd have sex with a black chick. She was actually just Asian.
Hey, so for all my Asian queens out there, if y'all go blackface, I can smash. Then I'll say I'll smash a black chick.
It's like putting magic shell on ice cream. It's vanilla underneath.
It's vanilla underneath, man. Oh, uncivil laws in the chat. Hey, shout out, Kurt.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, dude, back to that point. It was, you said it. Affirmative action only benefited, white women and black women. But if you look on Twitter, every single person that's angry about it is white women. And they're like, now, there's this one chick that was like, black people can't make it on their own merit. This is a travesty. And I'm like, that sounds racist to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think it actually was uncovered recently that she was a completely fake account and it got banned off Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's that weird chick.
Enrich March or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember now. But apparently it was a completely fake account on Twitter.
I never saw her shit anyway, but then someone's like, they did all the putting it together, like, this is completely fake.
Yeah, and to be honest, I feel like they are, because every time I see one of those like pictures of like a bright-eyed young white kid that's like 19, and it's like, Joe Biden, I'm just gonna come out and say it, he's the best president of all time. And I'm just like,
ever.
This is fake, right? Like, I mean, even if you like, the guy, I guess you got it, this is fake, right? There's no one on earth that believes this. Jesus Christ, man.
Well, you go to the community and there might be, because look, Nick Lyndon Baines Johnson succeeded, because when you go on that plantation in the community and you see these Negroes, they are completely buck broken, spellbound, hoodwinked, and bamboozled all in one. Because like they will, everything the Democratic Party says, they believe it hook, line, and fucking sinker.
Yep.
Abortion is a great idea. Check. There should be no black fathers at home, because you're sitting there looking like, bro, are any of you guys gonna say anything about this shit? Nah, Joe Biden, we got Trump out of there.
Impeach 45.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look, Camelot, it's gotten so bad, man. There's actually like there's a huge divide in with blacks, where it's like the black men are migrating away, right? They're becoming passport holders. They're just done. They left the community, right? All you have left,
went out for cigarettes,
and they ain't never coming back. And what you have left is the morbidly obese, bad attitude, swollen ankle, black single mothers, right? Then you have the educated queens in middle management,
right? Yeah,
and then the Pookie and Ray Ray Sims. That's who you have left in the community, who perpetuate the bullshit. Because I think last I checked, Trump's 2020 campaign got the higher black vote than any Republican. I think
in
ever,
a long
right?
time.
It was like either ever or in a long time, right? Since blacks flipped, that was after the whole MLK, when Kennedy got MLK out of jail. So that was the biggest flip. And I'm looking, I'm like, bruh, they're not even the same species. The black man, the black woman are not even the same species. So like, when you listen to one talk and you hear him, Camelot, when you're out there and about, right? The black queens, when you close your eyes and you listen to things that they say, and then you talk to like a random brother out there, right? Yo, Camelot, what's up? He sees you at the racetrack. I don't know why he's there. He's probably hooking up with a white chick, but no other reason why a black man's at a racetrack. But if he is, and y'all start talking,
he's just looking for nooses in the garage.
Oh God, we do not claim that Negro. We do not claim Bubba Watson.
I don't want him.
You should take him.
I said I don't want him.
Take him along with Jussie Smollett.
What am I going to do with him?
Lynch him.
That's a little harsh.
It ain't harsh enough.
Damn.
It ain't harsh enough. Look, I don't want them. Look, we have been getting lied on for decades.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want these creatures. If they come from the community, if they switch their hips when they walk, if their wrist is weak,
Mm-hmm.
if they support certain agendas, we don't want them. Take them. Do what you will with them. Starting with Justice Smollett and all these other moist ass fucking dudes out there in Atlanta.
I don't want them.
You need cannon fodder, don't you?
Just don't go to
Don't white people have some like new experimental drugs or some shit to try on somebody? Use them. Go to Atlanta. The CDC's in Atlanta. Use them. Use these Negroes to test any zombie drugs, any other weirdo fuck shit.
But then what if they become immortal and take over?
They won't. They won't. They'll kill each other like they did in Baltimore.
Damn.
Fucking idiots, man.
Baltimore is fine. What are you talking about? Safest city in America.
Did you show Camelot the article?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, Camelot, shit got real in Baltimore, man.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right. No, dude, speaking of the safest city in America, I saw a reel that was, it's just like pure propaganda. And it was like, come to, well, the reel actually said, this is what $100,000 gets you in like Somalia or something. And it was like
so you're just like, is it just a throne?
Yeah, it was like a mansion with like gated in, like it looked like a billionaire mansion in like, California. It was just vast and huge, 900 car garage. It's like, this is what $100,000 gets you in Somalia. And I'm like, oh, but it's Somalia, right? So I go to the comments and every comment was like, Somalia is the safest country on earth. Somalia gets a bad rap. It's so safe. Somalia. And I'm like, what happens in 4 years or 5 years or 2 years when the current government gets overthrown again and they just come in and kill everybody and take your shit? Like,
yeah.
That's
also just not like, it's not even close to safe.
Yeah,
I get those reels all the time, and it's like, look what $400,000 gets you in Costa Rica, and you look, and then you go like, let's see, U.S. Department or Secretary of State travel warnings. Costa Rica's like level 4, do not travel, severe murder and kidnapping threats. Like, well, I mean, it would be cool to live in that house, just not there at all.
And it's funny because if you go to the comments, it's always like, it's like Facebook comments, man. Every comment's like, it's so safe. It's so safe. Exact same like comment. It's so safe. It's an amazing place. It's so safe and beautiful.
Those are all the people waiting with vans to kidnap the people showing up on the plane.
Yeah.
That's Hector. That's Hector and freaking Jesus. And they're all like, hoo, they're ready. They're going to take your shit. They're going to take your white girlfriend. That's what's going to happen. They're going to dump loads and cut her head right off.
Or be the next black video with Adam 22 holding the camera.
No, with the Somali. They're like,
yeah,
they're not tall generally.
Yeah, they're like 5'2".
That was when I worked at
Ethiopians are. They're mixed with Italians a lot of times.
I worked at a different bank before Wells Fargo, and we had the FBI most wanted list, and this is in the wake of 9/11.
Oh shit!
And so, or not the FBI, it was the CIA most wanted list. So it was the top 10 like most dangerous international criminals, and the average height was 5'4".
Damn.
And these dudes are like $130. It's like, I mean, they're not that dangerous,
bro. They gotta get that busted in.
But they got the AKs, right?
Yeah,
that's what matters, man.
Well, though, that's so. Herc and I talked about that. We were on the show with Nick. So Camelot, a lot of like your general garden variety thugs are usually little dudes. They're not these big buff, menacing type dudes, right? Yeah. They're little dudes with big guns. So when they get busted, you got big guns now. You're wearing a Baywatch shirt.
That's right.
You better have them. But when they get locked up,
I'm just looking for cans on the beach.
Yeah. When they get locked up, they're that same 5'4", $130 dude, right?
Yeah.
So once they get locked up without big guns, bro, you're getting clapped. So and that's the thing, like this idea that like, oh yeah, man, they're gonna be these big, huge criminal guys. Like, no, most dudes who are out there committing these crimes are little dudes. They eat cheeseburgers from like Wendy's or some shit. They don't have a good diet. They're not big and buff. They're little dudes with big guns.
And that's completely psychological, because it's something like Jordan Peterson said a while back, is a strong man is a large statured man that can do tons of damage that chooses not to.
Yep.
And that's where short guy syndrome comes from. That's why all these little dudes
how does Jordan Peterson know what a large man is like?
I don't know. He probably let his wife get throttled by one.
He's like one of the most, like, no hate on him, but it's interesting when I first started hearing him and he's like, yeah, I'll walk with your head back and your eyes forward. And I was like, I watch him walk and he always walks like all diminutive and like folded in. I was like, why are you giving this advice? Is weird because you don't do it.
It's like when he said clean your room and then he was on live stream and his room was destroyed in the background. You're like, what the fuck, motherfucker? I cleaned my room and I didn't get the millions. Where's my millions?
You do not. You live in cleaned your room.
Look how that is true. She does. I got a maid. She does all that shit. It's great. To do anything.
Well, I mean, anything.
Clean your dishes. She'll do your laundry. She'll polish off your top.
I've heard this from an Insane Clown Posse song.
Wait, you listen to ICP?
Back in high school.
Who didn't listen to ICP?
I still remember like 3 of their songs straight through. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
Okay, you know that wasn't good music though, right?
No.
What are you talking about?
It's terrible.
That's Detroit has to offer.
I remember the one that was just called like FU, and it was just like 9,000. Just fuck all these people. Fuck your mom. Fuck your mom's mama. Fuck Beastie Boys and the Dalai Lama. Remember that one?
No, see, that was probably after.
Oh, geez.
Because I think the last album of theirs I listened to was Great Malenko.
I think that's on the Great Malenko, man.
Oh shit, maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Wait, what were their fans called that dressed up like them?
The Juggalos.
Juggalo, yeah.
Oh Jesus, man! You don't have. And when I worked at GameStop, at least once a week, I'd have a Juggalo come in, and his hair would look wet because he hadn't bathed in like 6 years, and he had that little hatchet dude like jacket on, and he'd come in and wouldn't touch anything, just walk around the store and then leave. And the stink would stay for like hours, and we'd have to spray stuff all over the carpet. I mean, how do you get so smelly that stuff stays in a place after you've already left?
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
Them Juggalos.
Although, to be fair, if I smelled like that, I would do that too. But I do that to every store.
Damn.
Just stink bomb the entire mall, just one at a time on lunch break.
Do you remember where that was most prevalent back in the day was the arcade? Do you remember some of the dudes that walked in the arcade? I'm like, bruh, you could have taken a bath.
Could they?
You could have let water at least touch your body with some form something that looked like soap.
Oh,
dude, when we go to Montsur, by the second or third day, you're gonna see that shit.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that? Like,
that's sweaty weeb love aftermath. That's
and they got their thongs on.
I can't be around people.
That's when 400 pounds matches up with 400 pounds, and it rubs together, and that sweat mingles with that dead skin, like it's
You get the only those people, they like big people, they have a certain smell and they all have it, and it's this weird like fruit rot smell. It's freaking wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Like, oh, I smell something sweet. Oh no, it's not that sweet though. Oh,
it's like something that we can't even fathom. I can't even fathom it. Like science can't even explain it. What is that shit? Just ass juice mixed with other juice. Speaking of ass juice, we're 4:15 away from Naked Snake for the 185th stream in a row. Hell Snake, I love you, by the way. Give him some love. Look at him. Look at me. Hell Snake. Appreciate you, dude. But yeah, dude. I don't know. I wanted to ask Drex something because I'm kind of seeing a lot of stuff around this, and I feel like I'm going against the grain. And usually, I feel like I'm pretty normal. I believe the reasonable route, but Pearl the other day, and I don't like Pearl that much. I don't really care for the content. I disagree with her a lot, but she tweeted something that said, "You are not as attractive at 35 as you are at 25. Sorry." And I understand what she's saying. Like biologically, yeah, that makes sense.
For her sake, that isn't true though.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. But like
a rough 26.
I get what she's saying in this thing, but then like all the replies are just filled with like women that are like 35 and 40, like just showing like selfies of themselves. They're like, I'm still hot, and I'm like, but biologically and subconsciously to men, you're not. It's from a like a a multiplying standpoint, procreation. It has nothing to do with like you may be hotter, and there are definitely women that might be hotter at 35 than 25 because there's exceptions.
Usually it's weight or like style, right? Like some women look like when they're younger have like very bad style, and they get a little older, they get better style. I think who fit that description was what's her face from Friends that everyone likes so much,
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston in Leprechaun, she was not hot.
Courtney Cox too.
Courtney Cox, because of the plastic surgery stuff, looks terrible.
She's pretty hot.
Well, now she does.
Yeah,
but she's like 55.
Yeah, but okay, I would argue early Jennifer Aniston wasn't quote unquote hot. She ended up getting better looking as she got older because her style got better. She's almost like she grew into her looks, which is what men tend to do, right?
Yeah.
And but no, on a base, like to Camelot's point, on a biological level, yeah. Man, if this is for the ladies out there, if you want to know where you stack up, and Camelot, we talked about this.
Yeah.
When you grow up in a certain place, like where Nick and I grew up, we grew up in the burbs. There were chicks in our school that Nick, for a fact, they thought they were hot shit, right? Like, oh, I'm so fucking hot. Okay, I'll take you with me to Rio, Brazil, and let me see how hot you are. All of a sudden, they get insecure. Why? Because you're hot for small town America. You're hot for fucking Ralston, Nebraska. You're hot for fucking Delaware. But when you get to around actual hot chicks, like the kind of girls who get on yachts and super yachts, bitch, you're not bad. That's Pearl's point. A 35-year-old chick, if she walks into a club full of 25-year-olds, will immediately be like, oh.
That's not her point. Her point is, see, Pearl was talking not about physical appearance. Pearl was talking what Camelot's saying. She's talking about she's running with the red pill thing, biological imperative to reproduce.
Biological, but I'm saying, guys in a club, if guys are looking at women and they look at a bunch of 35-year-old women and they can clearly see that, yeah, these women are in their 30s, and they go like this, those women are in their 20s. Who do you think the guys are going to gravitate toward?
Okay, so
the 20s.
But there's a mistake being made here. Pearl isn't saying a 35-year-old woman is less hot than a 25-year-old woman. She's saying that every woman is less hot at 35 than 20 than their own self at 25.
Yes. The guys want the 25-year-old version of that same woman, not the 35-year-old version.
Sort of.
Give me an exception.
Dude, there's a bunch of women who lose weight from 25.
That's what I said.
Right. Yeah.
I said the only way that your SMV as a woman can go up is like, okay, what happened to Adele, right? Adele, for a lot of dudes, they would say they would take Adele without the fat more so than the
well, that's
fat
only
Adele.
so you can grab the sides of her and hold her like a parachute with all the extra skin.
she had the money to get the skin removed, I'm sure. she looks weird to me. Yeah. I don't know about you. I would take,
you can't be that big for that long and just suddenly
I
shrink
want
down.
plump Adele. I'm not saying fat Adele.
Yeah,
I think plump Adele looked better because she looked more proportioned. Once she got all that weight loss, she has an Al Roker look to me. You know what I'm
Oprah look when Oprah got thin, like her one eye down on her cheek and stuff.
It's not the droopy looking bitches, right?
It's weird.
Droopy.
It's like something to do with its muscle like game and structure holding up certain weight.
It looked weird to me.
They always have like big ass cheekbones and foreheads, like after they lose weight.
Come on, do you know who else did that? Rebel Wilson.
Yeah,
she looks weird now, right?
Yeah, she got a big old face, like, but it's not
big ass head. Big. She has a lot on her mind, Nick. This bitch has a lot of thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Like I would take a plump Rebel Wilson over what she looks like now.
What if they lipoed her head? Rebel, you're looking really good. Where do you think we should do the lipo? Up near my temples.
God damn.
Yeah, but dude, the whole point of it is, dude, everybody missed the point. And I feel like I wish that the point was clear, because almost everybody just said, oh, I'm hotter at 35 than I was at 25. And I'm like, that's not the point. The point is, like, it's going to be almost impossible for you to reproduce in like 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah, but not like, Camelot. How many kids are you wanting to have?
0.
So are you more attracted to a 25-year-old who's fat or a 35-year-old who's not?
I'm going to smash 35-year-old. But the thing is, I can't, dude. I'm soft as hell if there's a fat girl. I can't do it, man. That's
what I'm saying. Like,
well, okay. Here's the thing, though. But when you start doing this, you start going like the fat girl who's younger. Okay, but you have to do it equal. All things be equal, they're the same basic size. Would you rather a 25-year-old or 35? Most guys are like, yeah, I'll say a 25-year-old version. But if you say, well, she's 25 and fat or 35 and fit, it's like, well, yeah, but I mean,
that I'm saying that's what the girls were responding, and that's not what Pearl was talking about.
She was meaning individually yourself.
No, Pearl is specifically talking about birth and reproduction, but not everybody's after birth and reproduction.
Yep,
I agree with that.
But it's also
everyone's
goals
I'm
saying the people responding to her weren't speaking the same language. That's why they were having this like same thing Camelot saying.
Well, here's the thing though.
I just get annoyed when everybody automatically goes, well, I mean, it's just everybody's into younger chicks because they want to reproduce. It's like, well, not everybody wants to reproduce.
Even if you don't want to reproduce, right? I'm saying like this.
Subconscious.
Subconsciously, men are hardwired to be attracted to youth and beauty. That does not mean that they won't smash cougars, they won't do X, Y, Z. That doesn't mean that, because as we all know, cougar searches on the hub and all other websites are through the roof. A lot of these dudes are growing up in a fucked up school system where they fantasize about their teachers, blah, 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 blah.
I'm just saying, did Chauvin kneel on a 25-year-old Floyd or a 35-year-old Floyd?
Jeez. I love you, Rob. Holy ozone. I love you. Look at him. Look at him over here. David E. real quick says, so safe. I live in he says he lives in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Guns, bodyguards, and armored cars. Tropical paradise. Hell yeah. Get on it, doggone it. Mario Trujillo says, Drex, you will recall Chris Rock said the same thing almost 20 years ago. Also, Nick, we all know a nose reduction would cost too much. They would have to charge by the square mile.
No, it's like when you get a ring resized down, they would actually pay me for the extra nose that they get to take because they get to give it those African kids who didn't grow one.
Dude, speaking of that, I saw this Middle Eastern guy. It was like a reel. And he had a freaking, he had a prominent bridge, right? And it looked pretty good. It fit his face, but he had a noggin, man. And it looked good. It looked like masculine. And it was a before. And then the after, he had plastic surgery, he had a nose job, and he got like a button Barbie nose. And it was the grossest thing ever. It was like curled up and was tiny, and he was like a giant Middle Eastern man. And I'm like, why did you do this? He looked like a freaking like a military monster before, and then he gets his little button nose, and I'm like, what were you thinking?
Man, I can like see the lipo and the body sculpting a little bit, but when people start changing major features, they start getting weird looking, man.
Yeah.
Like it is like, oh, I'm gonna get my jaw redone. You're gonna get your fucking jaw redone? Like your whole face is framed around how you look right now.
Well, hold on now. Do you know where you see that the most? Shout out to our man Legal Mindset.
Yeah, Korea.
In South Korea. You seen those transformation videos, right?
Yeah.
That shit is creepy to me. I wouldn't want to wake up to somebody and be thinking like, oh yeah, Camelot, man, I was clapping this badass Asian chick, man. I spent a whole week in Seoul. And then someone's like, who? Some of the way that these kids will come out fucked up looking, Nick, because the kid looks like what she really looks like.
Yeah.
You're like, this kid don't look like me. She look like her. Who is this kid? And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you didn't know her before the 13 plastic surgeries. Wait, what? You seen the makeup videos, right?
Why she look
Their
like
whole face changes.
Oh my God, dude. They literally, it'll be the most like ghastly sloth looking motherfucker from the Goonies. And then she puts on her makeup and she's like gorgeous. And you're like,
from,
oh
from
my
a
God.
1 to a 9. A 1, Nick.
What's she
A 1.
I've seen them, they're great.
And I'm like, these bitches have fake teeth, fake cheeks, fake lips. The whole face is an illusion. I want a real man. Bitch, please. You can get, you know, though, every time when these chicks start doing this with the makeup and shit, dudes just start putting on fake dicks and shit. Fake bank accounts, fake cars. Put that bitch in a Flintstones mobile.
You never put a bundle up sock in your pants pocket walking through the airport?
No.
Trying to pick up TSA agents?
I'm sorry, sir. You've been randomly selected. Randomly, huh? And just let that dick swing.
Last time I did that, I got a roll of nickels.
Dude, last time I went through the airport without my ID, this guy took me down back and he touched my asshole and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put a glove on and he was telling me about, dude, this is freaking crazy.
Did he like circle around it like real slow?
No, you didn't do the circle.
He put the flat palm of his hand and like thumbed my asshole. And like not like
did he have his other finger like rubbing his belly button?
I don't know, dude, but he was telling me it was like this New Yorker guy in like Las Vegas. And he was like, yeah, you know, he was telling me about how he like beat his daughter's boyfriend nearly to death with a baseball bat as he was like touching my asshole. And I was like, this is the craziest shit I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
And then he touched my balls too.
Really?
He didn't like touch them real good though. He just like grazed everything.
Were your pants down?
No, he reached in there. And then he got a bunch of those little drug thingies and wiped them all over my balls and my asshole and then put it in the machine.
To see if your balls had drugs on them?
Dude, you know, that's like the scariest shit ever is when they do the drug thing and then they put it in the machine and you're looking at it, you're like, what if it like beeps like wrong?
Yeah.
Drugs. Like what would happen? They gonna take me back and really thumb my ass?
I don't think they're looking for drugs. They're usually looking for gunpowder residue, shit like that, explosive stuff.
Are you sure though?
For TSA too.
I'm not sure.
Because I've been randomly selected, and they're like, we're gonna talk you through this. They're like, it was like, why do you have to go all up in there? Like, why can't you just go like a general, just kind of like a brush? Right. They're like, in there and like do like the cup. And I'm like,
well, because they met Richard Gere. They know there's a lot of room for some people.
look, man, the gerbil was not in his ass, man. This is it was confirmed. He didn't have a gerbil or a hamster in his ass.
What did he have in there?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was an urban legend. Richard Gere was, by all accounts, a dude who did not put animals in his ass. At least not a gerbil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's people out there into weirder shit. Camelot, when you type in Florida man and then like snake or something, a guy got killed smashing a snake.
Yeah.
Killed by gators and shit.
I showed you that dude. They were pulling him out of an alligator.
Yeah. Come on. Nick sits there upstairs and starts showing me all these fucked up IG videos. And it's like, look, there was a dude who was like, what, inside of like, looked like a damn sewer or something?
Yeah. They opened a sewer pipe.
Yeah, what are you doing in there?
This thing was sealed shut, like completely sealed. It's in Russia or something. And they opened it up, and I'm like, there's going to be a dude in there. And this guy's in there, like his eyes are wide open.
Like, why are you in there?
They haul him out. It's like,
why are you in there?
How are you alive?
Oh my gosh, dude, that reminds me. There was a video. It was like somewhere in Africa, I think, and it was like a transformer, like a big box, like electric transformer thing. And they opened the door to it, and this like crispy dude just waddles out of it and walks like 10 feet smoking.
Yeah.
And he's like, just, you can barely recognize like what he is other than his legs and arms. And he has like a hole in his side, and you can see his lungs like compressing and decompressing. And then he just dies.
Fine.
Oh,
and I was like, oh
he
my
looked
God.
like that when he went in.
Oh my God. He was like, it was like a cat. He was like, oh, it's raining. I'm going to get in this box. And then they start the engine. The cat gets just sawed up into the freaking intake. Turns into puff. That's what happened to that guy.
Oh, did you guys hear that a dude got sucked in an engine at the Dallas airport?
I did. That was intentional, though.
Yeah, it turned out it was a suicide.
Yeah, you hear what he?
Why would you go that way?
That's a way to
He didn't
go.
do nothing because he handed. I read that story. He handed the supervisor
Yeah.
the note.
Yeah.
And imagine. But here's the thing, though. I feel bad for that supervisor because imagine, right? Someone walks with you, hey, soup, and they hand you like this. Like, what the hell is this? And as you like open it up and you start reading, like, wait, what the fuck? As you say, wait, what the fuck? You look out there, my man just gone.
Maybe that'd be funny if the note at the bottom said, make sure you get all the Windex out of the storage room.
Oh, damn. That morbid sense of humor. Well, here's the thing, though. So, Camelot, I think that this is the reason why, like, what doesn't get talked about enough is that, like, guys need to be winning more. You see what I'm saying? Because, like, the guys who are doing shit like this, their life sucks, right? I'm sure we can all agree on that. Because, like, no one wants to go out like that unless their life fucking sucks.
Dude, that's a bad way to go.
That's not a good way to, dude.
You said he didn't feel anything, but we don't actually know. Like,
somebody has survived
people
that.
who go in and like don't die from it.
Yeah.
I've read a story about somebody survived that. Imagine surviving that shit.
Yeah, it's the famous one. The guy gets sucked into the Harrier engine.
Yeah.
Like on the ship.
Yeah.
And he just disappears and the ship like backfires and stuff. That guy lived.
No, but he wasn't injured though, because because that was
he had a helmet.
He had a helmet. It was a training. He was training.
My man had a helmet. That's what saved him from a jet turbine.
But it wasn't. See, that's the thing. That was unintentional. This guy, as a plane comes in, the engines are spooling. This guy was like this. Yeah, fuck it. Jumps in. You're gonna get ground into bits.
Right.
Gone.
Yeah.
He looks like what happened to those dudes on the submersible. Gone. Right?
God, imagine being those guys and you hear it creaking, and then it's just like,
they said they didn't hear a creak. They said that the amount of time it was literally, Nick, it's like a millisecond, like a 0.001 millisecond.
Yeah.
Like, so they wouldn't have even heard like they would be like, what the hell was that? It is literally like this, sitting there. Hey, hey Nick, do you like this video game controller for a
lights
gone?
out.
Just
Yeah.
vaporized.
Dude, they turn into a doom mist.
Yes. Camelot. Instantaneously though, right? Like you don't even get to say, oh shit. You just gone.
they were 1,200 feet down when that happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
That pressure though. Nick, the pressure. I mean, I'm talking gone. Oh, well, think about it, though. When
It's like Lizzo sitting on you.
You just turn into
snorkeling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, did you feel like even just a little bit under?
Oh yeah.
No.
Or did you guys go deep, or did you just kind of like
No, we
surface
didn't
level?
go. We didn't go diving. We
Okay,
just snorkeling on the
just
surface. Yeah.
Okay, just surface. Okay.
Dude, I've went
I
down
wouldn't
far.
fuck around
and
with
you
the
could
ocean. I'm
could feel
barely
it.
going water.
Dude, I've went down like real far, and by real far, it's probably not that far, but you could feel it. You're like all your holes and shit start getting this weird, really like uncomfortable pressure and shit. You're going, man, this is starting to hurt a little bit. I'm going to go back up. Yeah, now just times that by like 1 billion.
Right? Well, Camelot, Nick did not know about the story. I'm sure you heard about it. The senior class trip after graduation, the idiot who jumped in the fucking water on the cruise ship.
Oh, and they were like, they couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. And the sharks were in there, right?
Yeah. They couldn't turn around or anything in time. So he was just like, yep, bye, y'all.
Gone. Nick, here's the thing. Similar to what happened with the submersible, right? The Coast Guard has a search. Search for what? What are you search? Okay. See, this is the reason I don't like that we have a society that wants to save people from this. I believe in Darwinism. I believe in natural selection. When someone says, hey, Camelot, hey, jump off the cruise ship into the fucking shark-infested waters, and you go, naked snake into that fucking water and get eaten, why is the Coast Guard wasting resources looking for your ass? You're gone. The submersible.
Maybe they think it's funny.
It ain't funny wasting all that money. How much money they waste on the submersible looking for it?
Oh, a couple million.
It was millions, right?
Yeah.
That money can be spent on anything else then, right? Anything else.
I mean,
what did every expert say? What did they say the chances of finding them?
No, I watched a bunch of dumb experts. They were parading out saying, oh, yeah, they could be down there, blah, blah, blah.
0% chance. Zero.
Well, yeah, but I saw a bunch of dudes like trying to keep up the charade for a while. And it was like,
who?
There's like some Navy guys like, oh, yeah, they could be trapped in that sub. And, you know, if they only have this much air, but if one of them, you know, like sacrifices themselves, they have more air.
Dude, there was people the day of saying they knew when it popped. They knew immediately.
Yeah.
They're like, oops, shit.
Gone.
And there was some conspiracy that there was like some Hunter Biden trial and they wanted to like extend it so people would be, you know, like watching that instead of paying attention over here to the crack shit. So yeah. It was pretty much doomed from the beginning. Magician Sapphire says Camelot got his pussy played with by the booty warrior. That's dude, and I'm gonna be honest. I didn't mind it because I was drained. I was hungover. I was in Vegas for a week, and I lost my ID. I got robbed in Vegas, and I just wanted to be home. So if my final step is getting thumbed a little, I was like, dude, get in there, get all you need to. Can't wait for Drex and Andrew to roast Adam 22. Hot
man.
Jesus.
Well, now Camelot, your super chat just talked about Booty Warrior, and you know I was telling Nick he's back because we got to reach out to get that guy. I want to sit there and kick back and watch Nick do the 2-hour show with him.
Booty Warrior,
because I mean he's gonna deep dive into some booty, man. Felice Johnson. Hey,
Felice Johnson.
You saw his video, right? Like everyone talks about it. This dude is out, and he's married to a woman now, and he's talking about how much he misses booty, and he gets vivid when he talks about booty. Like, you know, you can see like the eyes. He's like, oh, Lord, like shit. Like he's like excited.
I want you on the show because I'm gonna get a wide shot of you, and I want to see Flea's like, look at this brother over here.
Oh shit! I like you and I want shit.
So he doesn't care what
the easy way or the hard way.
The choice is yours.
I kind of feel the same way when I see like a fat ass walk by, but I can control myself because I'm like, you know, wow. So it doesn't bother me, right?
Well, so come on. Let me ask you this though: do you
like
think,
a dude?
I don't give a damn.
Like Harold's walking by, like
boom, boom,
got them big jiggle cheeks.
Drex, it's the pants. You know when you go to the gym and those girls got those pants on, and it just like the pants are made to make their ass look like a statue.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When Nick and I were in school, we didn't have like yoga pants and shit. Like girl, like
I'm glad.
Could you imagine if that shit was back in the 90s? Like, Nick, imagine this.
I would have been praying a rosary every day.
Lord,
please, get me through the day.
Please give me. Because look, when I hear these stories about these guys, like, you know, like, oh my God, he's such a fucking creep. He was all up on me. It's like, okay, so what were you wearing though? You were wearing these booty shorts, and the guy's sitting there like, okay, focus. At the height of his testosterone being injected into him, a teenager, right? You're asking to be like this. All right, I know you see all these asses everywhere, right? All these girls developing right in front of you, right?
I can see your uterus through your pants. What are you doing?
Yeah, they all got camel toe.
I remember,
right?
I remember.
As a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old boy, just sit there and just be like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, no, unaffected.
No, I would have been terrible.
Okay, sure. And
that would have been terrible.
It would have been awful.
It was hard enough, like beginning and into school year when they're still wearing shorts.
Yeah, damn.
They didn't allow that shit in my school. I was in Alabama. And girls ain't wearing
all siblings anyway, Camelot. Come on, it was Alabama.
There was no shorts in my school.
Damn.
Absolutely not. No, it was, but no, the girls wore the sweats, those gray sweats.
Yep.
Those tight little like thin ass, and every girl had them, and they all had fat asses except for this one girl.
Dude, now the thing is like big, like bootleg, ugly sweats that look like they're $5 from. So I was out with Lady Raggets. We were in Minneapolis, and these 3 girls walked by. They were all like 18 to 20, maybe, and they're all wearing like cheap ass sweatpants, like that did not fit nice, right? They're like bulky and baggy, and then like a sports bra and a crop top, and they're all like super thin, right? They're all in shape and stuff. And I was like, I don't get the pants though. Like, I don't understand why this is the thing, but that's like the style. That's like baggy sweatpants.
I think that makes them quote unquote approachable, because when they wear like the yoga pants, see, the yoga pants is how you catch a fucking charge.
Yeah,
when you're at the gym. Camelot, you seen those videos, right? The girl, like, shout out to Joey Swole for always, roasting these chicks. They go in the gym with little booty shorts with a fucking sports bra, and they're like, and they're all
doing the pelvic thrust with the barbell.
They're basically wearing a bikini, but
and then they're like, there's like this fucking creep over there is looking at me.
He's like, bitch, why you think you're wearing this?
Why are you wearing those? Look, come on, man. Come on now. And
the issue is because if it's a hot guy looking at them,
it's totally okay.
If it's a fat, disgusting guy, then they're all of a sudden pissed off.
I wear the yoga pants and the sports bra, and I'm like asking why people are looking at me. That's what I do. I got kicked out of the gym.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's like those. It's not even the Gymshark stuff. It's just this random ass, these shorts and the pants, man. And I'm just like, oh my god. You'll see a girl come in and she looks just normal. And then like she gets kind of, into the gym culture after a month, and then she wears those pants in. And I'm like, this is completely different looking now.
Yeah.
Now she got an ass.
What about when I was going to the gym, this is years ago. I'm lazy now. But there was a girl, the abductor machine, the leg press. She was doing it backwards.
Oh, and her ass was in the air.
Yeah, like sitting out, and like she's squeezing her thighs together like a thigh master. And I'm like, you're not even doing it right. Like,
and I'm right behind her on the machine behind her. Her ass is like right here. And she's just doing the thing, and it's like a foot away from me, and I'm just, inhaling as hard as I can.
It's terrible. And I'm like, will you like not do that? Could you just not do that, please?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, always. And I'll be doing it, and they'll always come up and they'll bend over.
It was the same girl who did it like she was there. I was going a couple days a week, and she was there like 2 out of the 4 days I would go. And when she would get on that machine, I just go run laps. Like, I'm not going to sit here and live because you can't not look like it's this really nice ass just sitting there. Like,
I'm a man. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on. Do you know what the equivalent of that is? Because, women are always like, oh my God, you're fucking objectifying us, blah, blah, blah. You know what's the female equivalent? Put a bunch of these little gym thoughts around dudes with super yachts, Lamborghinis and shit. And what are they going to do, Nick? Oh my God, they're going to be looking.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
Men are success objects. Women are sex objects. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like if a guy pulls out a roll of hundreds. And she's like, oh,
like,
wow.
Hey,
stop looking.
They're going to start looking, right? Like,
that actually happened to me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, were you at the strip club?
No. I was at the grocery store.
Oh.
But I was, Lady Raggets like scratch off tickets. So for her birthday last year, I went and I got $1,000 cash.
Holy shit.
And I was like, I'm going to buy 1,000 scratch off tickets because that'll be funny.
That'll take forever.
But they don't sell $1 scratch offs anymore.
Well, how much are they now?
They're like between $2 and $10. And I found out the grocery stores don't have that many scratch off tickets of any one kind. So I ended up having to buy like a whole bunch. But I pull out a stack of hundreds, or it was a stack of hundreds.
Oh, okay.
And I drop it on the table to buy this like $1,000. And the woman behind me was like, She's like, what's your name? And I'm like, it's cool, I'm married. She goes, I don't care.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, no.
I do.
Hold on, Camelot. Now, if a dude saw a chick, ass bubbling out, just looking fine as fuck, right? And he would have that same reaction, like, damn. And she was like, and she said, like, oh, I'm married or I got a maid. Like, I don't give a fuck. That ass look right.
You look like the kind of girl that could use two. And by the way, I was at the strip club kind of recently, and I had like a couple $100 just in ones, obviously. And I was telling the girls that were with me to go throw them at whatever girls they want to go throw them at, just for fun, because we were all having a good time. And these strippers, one by one, would walk over to me and whatever girl was there at the time, and be like, "Do you want me to come home with you?" And I'm like,
Yep.
no, stripper lady. What are you talking about?
It's the same damn thing, and they keep trying to pretend that it's not. And it's like, if dudes walked around and they had signs in their head that, here's the thing, if dudes had signs in their head that showed like their bank account and all their assets and shit, women would start gearing toward the guys who have the most. And on the flip side, because when it comes to a woman's beauty, it's open, right? You can see it, it's right there. A woman doesn't know how much you have until what, Nick? There's something that you do or show that makes them appear like, oh my God, he has money. Like I said, you pull out a roll of hundreds. Oh my God, he's got money. Or you walk out a Lamborghini. Oh my God, he's got money.
I don't walk around with cash ever. I just went to the ATM specifically for this thing.
You don't have to, Nick. You're rolling around through the city in a GT 500. They already see you.
Well, no, but Camelot,
dude, they do.
They don't see that until he's outside. But Nick, you see my point. When a girl is in the gym, you already see what she's working with.
Right.
A girl wouldn't, because they go like this, and you see those videos, right, Camelot, where the guy walks up to a girl, hey, what's up, shorty? Oh, girls, I ain't got time for your ass. The dude goes like this, boop, boop. And she's like, well, damn, hey, all of a sudden, she's interested. He's in a Lambo. These bitches ain't shit.
You drive a 1970 GT 500 or a 69 Cobra Jet around the city and get out at gas stations. Girls just walk up and take a picture of it. Like, take a picture of your car and be like, wow, your car's do you have more cars? What's your name? You're like, yeah. That's what happens, dude. And I do the same shit if I was a chick. But I see a fat ass.
If he's a chick. Yeah, right. Cody walks up to a 1969. He's like, hey, can I take a picture? You got a couple more that I can drive, big guy?
yeah, baby. That's what it's all about. Speaking of what it's all about, we're 3:30 until Naked Snake with me and Nick REKIETA. We're going to do some Naked Snake together. Also,
DREXEL too.
Do you have a Baywatch shirt on?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, did you get it at Target?
Yeah.
I did. I got 2 of them.
I love this shirt.
Yeah, dude, I got 2 of them bitches. Hell yeah.
When you run into anybody who's over 35, they're like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I remember that. I dumped a lot of stomach pancakes of that shit.
I never even watched it.
No, I wasn't. David Hasselhoff was in it, maybe.
Yeah, Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson, Yasmin Bleeth was in it.
You see how she looks like now?
No.
Bruh.
I wouldn't look up any of these people.
Let's just say it ain't pretty.
Yeah. At least Hasselhoff did the SpongeBob movie. Alphararius Omegon, Ice Poseidon, got arrested in Thailand, facing 5 years for distribution of obscene content because he streamed himself giving a lap dance in a club. Thailand's Computer Crime Act is a thing. Man, you go to other places and do anything. This dude right now, I read today, is facing 5 years in prison because he carved his name at the Coliseum on the wall.
What were you thinking? Carving your name in the damn Coliseum. Do you hear his excuse? Oh, I didn't know how old it was. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's on him.
Okay.
I didn't know how old it was.
Come on now.
It's only been there forever.
Right.
Forever.
Well,
it's older than you. Don't carve your name in it.
Is that any different than these idiot activists who go to these like priceless art, right? Yeah. They're like throwing like tomato sauce and red paint on it. What the fuck?
We're ruining our environment, so we're gonna throw spaghetti. Dude, speaking of spaghetti juice, did you ever see the art? Like it was like an art show, and this girl, there's like a bunch of people watching, right? They have their cameras and whatnot, and she's doing an art show, and she just takes her underwear off and starts putting SpaghettiOs in her ass.
Ugh.
And then shitting them back out and putting them in her vagina. And it was like an art show. And I was like, how is this art? It feels like somebody with mental illness that we're enabling a little bit. Just like the CDC right now that announced their new guidelines for biological males to breastfeed their children. Did you hear about that shit?
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, yeah, here's the hormones you have to inject into yourself to make your man boobs lactate.
Gross. And the hormones that they use likely can cause damage to development in children.
No, they're all perfectly safe. What are you talking about? None of that could possibly hurt anybody. Dude, did you? Speaking of that weird art stuff, did you see the thing? It was several years ago where the woman, she wore a box around her chest and she wore a box around her pelvis, and it had like a curtain with a hole in it, and she's just like, dudes could just walk up and reach in, and like she's naked underneath, and it's like she's like, yeah, you can just reach in and grab my breasts or my vagina, and like these guys are sitting there like,
I wouldn't even get near a chick who's doing shit like that.
Of course not.
The fuck?
That's weird, man.
Dude, imagine where those hands have been.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, these guys. Like, here's the thing.
I'd be worried about my hand.
If you're some dude, right, you're just walking around. You hadn't unless you just came out of a bathroom, washed your hands, and a lot of these dudes don't even wash their fucking hands.
I think she had hand sanitizer there.
Oh, did she? Okay.
So like, you know, a little squirt, and then they do that. But I don't care. Like,
even still, it's still nasty.
That's ratchet.
That's grimy.
Hell.
That's grimy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says a lot about those dudes, though.
She was actually like decent looking too. It's not like she was hideous or something, but it's still like I still wouldn't. First of all,
anything for attention.
That's like, I don't know if there's a steel trap in there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't
trust it.
I'm good.
You know, you'd reach in there'd be a penis.
I grab it. Fuck it. I mean, you're already in there.
Turn it around like an old timey car. Like, let's get this engine started.
It might have teeth. Yeah, was that the name of a movie?
Oh, it was just called Teeth.
Teeth. Yeah.
I mean, I never understood the scene where the like nerdy dude finally gets to smash her. And she's riding his ass. And then he's like, ha, by the way, I tricked you and manipulated you for this whole time, and you're a dumb bitch. And I'm like, why would he say that right now? And then she
you wouldn't say it then. Yeah.
Wait till you're done.
Yeah. It's stupid as hell. By the way, are you all going to Matsuri? I'm going to buy the first 3 shots at the bar, Mr. Conman 87 says.
I'm there.
I'm going.
I'm still on the fence. I'm going to Nashville. I'm on the fence about Matsuri.
Dude, it's going to be great.
I fucking hate Houston.
Dude, the homeless punching the air in Houston. It's weird. They're just like punching the air and shadow boxing with their shirts off.
Wait, what?
The homeless.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Anna were last year. We were just walking down the sidewalk, me and Anna, going to meet up with Vic Mignogna or whatever. And we just passed a homeless dude that had his shirt off and he's just shadow boxing.
Damn.
Like, you gotta get ready for those police.
Jesus, man. And I was like, well, I'm glad he's not trying to fight me.
I love Houston. I don't want to I don't want to live there, but I love stopping in and then leaving abruptly.
How long can you stay in Houston before you're like, I'm just done?
It used to be longer because I had family there, but now I really don't have many people there to see. Like a week would be tops.
I'm surprised you can go that long.
That'd be long, but that's because I'd want to go to all. I haven't been there in a while other than to Matsuri.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of spots I would love to hit.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I don't get to hit them because when I go to Matsuri, it's like,
go,
and then go home. But I would love to go down and spend like a week one time and just like, here's all the places I like to eat.
Yep.
Here's the, the sites I like to see. And then
it would take you a week because it's so fucking spread out because it's a terribly constructed city.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's all like, how can anyone like Houston?
Because it's funny.
It's like, hey, Camelot, you want to meet up with me? Oh yeah, man, I'm an hour away. It's like
everything takes forever.
Everything. I hate that fucking city.
It's like people are always like, when you're in Houston, man, like you know, if you got any time, come visit me. It's like, dude, first of all, I know how that town is. Second of all, I'm staying downtown where the convention is because you cannot. Even if you're like on the other side of downtown, it's going to take you 20 minutes to get to the convention. It's
not easy to navigate.
You've got to be close and you just stay there. Because if you're going to leave, you're going to be gone for hours.
Yeah, like, dude. No, I went to, first time I ever went to Houston, my friend lived in Houston and I flew in and she picked me up from the airport. And she's like, yeah, I live in Houston, so we're just going to drive to my house. She picks me up at the airport and then it takes 45 minutes to get to her house. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And it's not even that far. That town it's the traffic's so bad. One of the things I love about Houston is there was a big sign that we used to pass every time when we were driving from our house into downtown. And then after we moved away, my grandparents lived really close by. So it was the same way into downtown. And the big sign, it was tattoos and body piercings, ladies free. And I was like, that is the grimiest thing that's ever heard.
You know it, dude. A big old neckbeard dude came up with that promotion. He's like, bro, I'm about to see all the labias and all the damn titties. Like,
ladies, you get any body piercing done for free at that place.
Torgo says, what's the deets on Nashville?
Nashville will be September 16th. I think we have the venue locked down. My person has been trying to get confirmed with their event coordinator. It should be at a place called the Whiskey Shot. It's pretty cool. It's a whiskey bar, and they also have like virtual gun range because you can't have real guns with liquor, but you could do virtual gun range there and whiskey, and it'll be fun. Once it's confirmed, I'm putting the tickets on sale, but we got it. Their event coordinator has to actually like let us confirm it, let me put the deposit down and all that stuff.
Bet. Drop Barracuda says Houston has no zoning, and I've literally been in a strip club called the Toy Box that was within a block of a preschool. No cap.
Yep, that place is so funny. I learned the word cabaret because we live next to one.
Damn. God damn.
Like, Dad, why do we pass this building with no windows? It's called a cabaret every time. He's like, well, you're 7.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, dude, it's pretty normal here. That's the one cool thing is I feel like where I live, Huntsville, is one of the only untainted like cities, and I feel like it's going to be tainted very soon because traffic's getting worse and worse every day. There, dude, every day when I go down the like main road over here, it used to be just grassland, and now it's like 9,000 apartments.
Yep.
This is like all the way down for like 10 minutes, just apartments all the way down. It's freaking wild. And I'm like, oh my God. Like
the worst is when places without traffic start to get it, and then they start expanding the roads. So it's like 15 years of construction.
Yeah.
And it's just traffic the entire time. Oh,
that's what it is. Yeah. And now they expanded certain roads. So people are getting to the smaller roads faster. And now like neighborhood streets are backed up. Like we're just rural ass areas are just backed up with traffic now because all the main roads are freaking massive and everybody's getting there, right? Speaking of massive, Neanderthal with the first pink boy. Oh, diggity. Damn, son. He's coming in strong. Thank you, Neanderthal. We love you. We appreciate you. I ain't got your shirt on today, but I love you. I got a Gravity Falls shirt on, Bill. I appreciate you so much, Neanderthal. Your goat, your PP is very large. Thank you, Monkey Man. Hope you're losing that weight, Monkey Man. You better stay on it. Don't make me fat shame your ass. I'll do it. Dude, have you noticed that, Nick? This is unrelated, but so many people pop up in chat saying they're down like 40 or 50 pounds. And
it's
I feel like
amazing.
that wasn't a thing a year ago. Like no one, like now everybody's like, dude, I'm down 50 pounds. Dude, I'm down 60 pounds. Dude, I'm down 45 pounds.
Dude, it was COVID, man. Like people started looking down going, oh shit, I haven't seen my toes or my penis in a year, 2 years. Like they blimped up during COVID. And look, I gained a bunch of weight during COVID and decided that's when I needed to start cutting it. And I think a lot of people are realizing it once you got back out and you like start looking around, you're like, oh, everybody's fat. Oh, fuck, maybe I'm fat. You are fat. You are.
Damn.
Don't get me wrong. Like, look, I met you. You're fat. You're big.
Yeah. And dude, I'm pretty sure I gained weight through COVID, but I cut the year after and got real cut. Like real cut. It was wild. I was like, damn, my abs were just everywhere. I was like, I didn't even realize it happened. And I didn't really try that hard, which is the weirdest part. But I don't move around at all, man. I'm just sitting here every day, all day. So I need to, like, I go to the gym for 2 hours a day, but I need to probably do something that's more active as well. Like go on a hike with my 2 giant ass dogs. Katie says also, Nick started the positive fat shaming, which helped. That's for damn sure, Katie.
Yep.
He did. And now people ask me to do it because apparently me and Nick are the same person. So
damn.
And speaking of fat shaming,
well, you're the pre-AIDS.
You say pre-AIDS?
You're pre-AIDS and I'm post-AIDS. Shit earlier.
Neanderthal with the first red boy and first pink boy. He said, okay, Billy. Thank you, Neanderthal. I appreciate you. This man is the goat of the stream again. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Swift kiss to the shaft of your penis. Thank you. Love you, dude. Wicked Virtue. I was watching your show earlier with Beardo. Great show. Appreciate you, Wicked Virtue. Damn, look at these red and pink boys popping. They popping 140 until Naked Snake for the 185th stream in a row. Damn, it just never stops. You can't defeat Naked Snake.
If you send a red boy in, Drex will do that. Kiss on your penis shaft.
I mean, as long, dude, it just tastes like, skin. Ain't no big deal.
How do you know?
What do you mean? How? Anyways, so
oh shit.
Do you think that these people, because like going back to what I said earlier about the CDC releasing guidelines for biological males to breastfeed?
Yeah.
Do you think these biological men are doing it, or a big portion of them are doing it out of a form of sexuality that they're experiencing, like they're doing it in sexual nature,
like having a baby suck their titty for sexuality, or they're just like doing the hormones and like having their partner do it?
Having a baby do it.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I would too. But I feel like a lot of this stuff is based in sexuality. right? Because a lot of people will go through this and then they'll go into like a kid's locker room, and you know what I'm saying?
No, like Camelot. I only have so many hammers. Like I don't need to. I don't need to entertain this because.
Did you ever tell Camelot just how heavy and nasty this hammer is?
It's a 6-pound forging sledge.
This thing is Camelot. This shit is nasty weight, man.
It's gross.
Dude, I have I think it's a 12-pound sledgehammer in my garage, and it's like a sledgehammer. It's like a two-handed. Dude, that thing. Dude, you hit somebody with that, and they turn into goo.
It's game over.
Yep.
Ugh, that is nasty.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get hit by that at all.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, but no, I think it's based in fetish, and it scares me, especially when the CDC, an actual government organization, kind of is like releasing guidelines based around it.
Yeah, I want the CDC to. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think anybody trusts them anymore. I feel like
I don't trust them at all.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Like after freaking 2020 and 2021, like no one should ever again. And then they tried to come back and like quietly say, "Oh yeah, none of this was true," and blah blah blah. And that the first form of the vaccine was replaced and like issued as not government approved anymore, and or FDA approved. All kinds of weird shit was going on, and like it all flew under the radar. No one talked about it.
Yeah, because we don't. What are they going to say? What are they going to say about it? Like that's the crazy thing is like, oh yeah, by the way, all those millions of people who got those things. I mean, you probably didn't have to like actually give those.
Yep. Yeah, you probably didn't. Yeah.
Like,
and there was a new
report. Our bad though. Like
yeah.
You know.
By the way, you can't sue us for 75 years. Oh, but so did you hear about the new report that said 74% of autopsies were or 74% of like sudden deaths or something? I saw the report today was listed as a result of vaccination. It's like 74%.
Nah, it's not no big deal.
And
don't
then
worry about it.
The report was deleted like the same day.
Yeah, dude, that was the whole thing. I was like, look, I got COVID. It was terrible, but I wasn't going to pump shit into my body. Like, I don't need help. I'm old enough.
Yeah.
I'm a dying breed. I'm past the average life expectancy of 1840. Like, I don't need this shit in my body at all.
Yeah. And Drex is way past for like 1820. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the one. Come on. I get one in. Come on. No, for real. I work from home, dude. I didn't have to do shit. I didn't have to do it. You remember that girl you met? That's definitely not Pippa. Yeah. So she was almost fired from her job because she didn't want to get vaccinated. She like did not want to do it. And she eventually had to because they were going to fire her. And then 3 days after she does it, they're like, oh, by the way, we're not going to fire anybody anymore. And it's like, you fuckers. You fuck. Government, man. Damn government. And speaking of damn government, mercenary grip. Woo, my God. Been following the nose since Rittenhouse, so I figured the best way to show my appreciation was to send Camelot money. Love you guys, but Drex is the best. Well, damn. I love to be the love, man. Thank you so much. I prefer this, to be honest. Give all of Nick's money to me.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's fine.
Thank you.
I'm going to shake him down in Matsuri. I'm going to beat $50 out of him, no problem.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Trust me. Thank you, Mercenary Grip. I love you.
I'll throw at you.
Oh my God, that's somebody. Yeah, he's going to be there too,
dude.
And he's not
that dude that like you need everywhere because like he's the heel, right? He's like the perpetual heel.
Lofty's the duff, but Lofty isn't fat.
Yeah,
like Lofty is the DNGF, the designated nerdy gay friend. Like that's what you need.
God damn, Lofty.
Did you watch what happened after you left the show?
Oh, I watched it live on my show, or I watched it the replay on my show, like the whole 20-minute thing where he just starts freaking, and it's because Lofty doesn't know what he's like. Yeah, you do this thing. And he's like, but what did you do? And he's like, some people do this. And he's like, no, but what did you do, motherfucker?
It was so fun. I was dying. I'm like,
it was rough. And
why are you like this? Like, just answer the question.
Yeah, it's because Lofty's the guy that will take the girl that's with you, that's simping over you. He'll take her jacket and her stuff and put it away for you before you go smash her.
Yeah.
Can you look after her shit? He'll be like, yeah, dude. And you're like, all right, thanks. Get out. Take your stuff. No, go through it, motherfucker.
Like I love Lofty. Don't get me wrong. People like think might think whatever. No, I think the guy's hilarious. Love hanging out with him. He's super nice, but it's like every time he talked on that stream, I was like, Lofty, you need to be shoved in a locker or something. Like I'm getting high school flashbacks of how bad you need to be bullied.
Yeah, he's like, dude, beer pong and stuff's gay. It's kind of lame. I like to, do laser tag. It's fun. And he's like, I went to a party, there was laser tag. And I'm like, he's like, yeah.
Lord of the Rings marathon was the greatest party I've ever been to in my life. Like,
like dude, I don't know about you, but like we did beer pong with water just for fun while we were drinking whiskey. Yeah. So like we had like whiskey and Coke. It's like 5 of them lined up.
That's way better because I don't like beer at all.
You can sip on them. You just just take a little sip when you hit one, and then we had water in the cups, and we wouldn't drink the water. So we hit the cup, we drink Jack and Coke, and we got smashed, and it was great. And then everybody smashing pistols. It was great.
You ever see those epic like beer pong shots where the dude comes like, and he like flies across the table and just dunks, and the whole table gets obliterated. And
Damn.
Homeboy's bringing it down.
Oh my god, dude! Speaking of bringing it down, Renee Villarreal. Oh damn! Oh my god, he's on fire. My man said saw a dude take out his own leg with a 16-pound sledge. Any advice on how to tell someone the help they're offering isn't the help you need?
What the fuck?
See, I appreciate all the help, but I think I'm just gonna go on my own route. But I do appreciate you, and just don't give me specifics.
Or back up.
Yeah, right. Camelot, I will say this though: never let Nick show you too many IG videos of gruesome injuries. Nick goes, "Hey, Drex, look at this." I'm like, bro, Camelot, it was dudes getting fucked.
Their knees are getting.
I'm
snapped.
talking. Hey, Camelot, you know when you see knee injuries in movies and you go, man, that look real. Those are great special effects, right?
Yeah.
When you see the real thing,
you're like,
hold up, man. Like, hold up.
Way different.
Hey,
this is way different.
There's a dude on this machine where it like locks your legs in and you lean back and you like a sit-up thing, I guess. And he had a plate and he leans back and he gets horizontal and you can see all the tendons, all of the ligaments in his knees just go.
They just burst. And it's like, oh.
Well, bro, dude, you'll be walking again in 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, he would tell me, Nick told me how big he was in the EverQuest. And I'm like, Nick was online a lot back in the day. And when you were online in like 2004 and 5, you could just go to stupidvideos.com and just see people just disintegrate. Like, all day.
Yeah. They used to have not too long ago in my back before Locals was around. I was in my Discord all the time. We were on a chat and they had r/make my coffin on Reddit. And it was just people getting, they were getting it in a bad way. Industrial accidents and stuff. It's like, no.
And every so often you could watch like a compilation, right? Like Faces of Death. And the Faces of Death thing was wild, but half the videos would be fake. So you wouldn't really know. Right?
Yeah.
Freaking terrifying shit. Like I used to be all over that shit. Brominated vegetable oil says it's sexual, not in much an act, but what they're doing, they're not supposed to. They're getting off on the debauchery of it all. The disgust of others get them off. Yeah, it's kind of like pushing the envelope. It's like seeing how far they can go with it. That's kind of what I agree with as well. Christopher says, look like he been working on a railroad at Hamill. Oh, yeah. Carnage Undone, my boy, says the Sound of Freedom movie brings awareness to the most despicable actions that a human can do. The people who did this to kids deserve the darkest parts of hell. I agree, but I want to watch the Sound of Freedom. But I keep hearing when everybody describes it, they're just like, it's godly and it's God's children. And I'm not religious, so it makes me feel like I'm walking into it makes me feel like I'm walking into
you're gonna get evangelized or whatever.
I don't want to I just don't want to be like I don't want to walk into any lecture on any part of any, like I don't want to go into some anti-secular lecture. I don't want to go into a secular lecture. I don't want to go into a left or a right lecture. I just want to enjoy a film.
I don't know. People are like, oh, you got to go watch this movie. It's about child trafficking. I'm like, that's the bottom of my damn. Like, those are things I like to read an article about, like the guy who's a hero. I watched Machine Gun Preacher with Gerard Butler, which he goes, it was a true story of this big like biker dude from a church who decided to go over to Africa and try and help out this orphanage. And like, it's Africa, so shit goes down. Well, my man, he straps up and he starts fighting to save these damn kids, and like everything's bad, and he's like killing people and stuff, but these kids are like walking through a village and there'll be an old landmine, their legs get blown off. I'm like, that's depressing as hell. Like the third world, most of the time I don't want to remember.
Right?
It's like Grave of Fireflies, that Miyazaki film.
No, I didn't watch that
of it, and I knew where it was going, and I was like, yeah, I'm turning it off.
Camelot, I saw I'm sitting there laughing as Nick was mentioning this, because I have this mental image. There was a Florida man, because it's always Florida, who walked in on his son getting his cheeks clapped by a dude. And Nick, he went to work on the pedo, right? Dude was full pumpkin head. They showed his picture.
I saw the picture of him. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Camelot?
I've seen it.
He was full, his head was like every which direction. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And he only let him live because his son said don't delete him. It's like,
dude, no, I don't care who it is. Like, and I don't understand this, but you'll see it. I saw it in school, man. Every girl in 8th and 9th grade was like dating a 25-year-old.
Yeah, that's some weird shit.
Yeah,
they aren't attractive. Like,
dude, no, a 13-year-old girl's not attractive.
They have a car and they can buy liquor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I told Nick, I think I remember telling you this. Do you remember we would come back from break for school? I'll never forget this, Camelot. I want to say it was either freshman year or sophomore year. I came back home for the break, right? I saw girls walking through the mall, and they have the leather jackets, right?
Yeah.
So we graduated in 01. I think these girls had it said 07 or something. Nick, this is like 1 or 2 years after high school. I remember looking at them and like they look like children to me. I was like, holy shit. I was like, what changed in that small window of time? Because before, Camelot, if you were a senior in high school, you could look at a girl who was, let's say, 10th grade, right? And be like, oh yeah, she's cute. You got 1 year older, and that same girl suddenly looked like a kid.
Yep.
Like high school kids look like children to me overnight.
Yeah,
they do.
What the hell?
Yeah, and then you have these 25, 28-year-old dudes
that ain't cool
that are seeking them out. Dude, if I was a father and I walked in and my 14-year-old girl was getting balls deep by a 28-year-old dude, there would be 12 gauge and half. He'd be gone. And I'd be going to jail. Well, I'm going to jail. Boop, in half.
It's like, yeah, because one of my friends, when I was in high school, she was 15, and she's like, oh, here's my boyfriend. I'm like, who's this old ass man? Man's looking like he's on retirement. He was 26 years old. I was like, what the? I'm looked at her. I'm like, the dude's 26. Like, how does this even work? Like, do your parents know about this? This is weird.
Yeah, and like, dude, sometimes the parents know and they just don't care.
And this dude was grimy. That was the other thing.
They always are. They're always like balding and grimy and have fucking like shit tattoos that are like shit quality. And I'm like, why are you?
Well, the nice part is he'll have Social Security soon, I guess.
Oh my God. Mario Trujillo says, had a night shift where my coworker emptied 3 mags into a crackhead's chest and the fucker still tried jumping the counter.
God damn.
Whew. Damn.
Oh, we just saw that infamous video yet again. The crackhead with the refrigerator, one hand.
On the bike.
On a bike.
Yeah.
He goes like this. You remember that video? He grabs a refrigerator. He goes like this.
Puts it up on his
Puts it on his one hand, holding the bike like this, and pedals away. And you're like, bruh, that crackhead strength is real. Real.
It's like dude, it's like retard strength.
Yep.
Dude, like there was a guy in my school that played football and he only kicked the ball. He only would kick it because for some reason he could kick it straight and he could kick it like just to the other side of the damn place. And they wouldn't, he was on special teams, no pun intended. And this dude couldn't read, could barely talk, but he could kick the football out of the world. It's crazy as fuck. Now, that being said, 4 or 5 years later, he was married somehow and lived in a trailer out in a place called Ball Play, Alabama. And he just came home one day and just 12 gauged his pregnant wife and then shot himself. Shit. Oh, it's crazy shit. Yeah. And I remember asking, I feel real bad too, because I remember he was like being an asshole for one day. Just being an asshole to me. And I don't know why. And I was like, hey, spell cat, bro. Just spell cat. And he just looked at me and you could see his face, the disdain. He knew. He was like, this motherfucker just ask me to do something I can't do.
Dude, you hear about people who like literally can't read as adults, and you're like, it's hard to fathom, right? Because like everybody you've ever met can read, and then there one guy is like, no, I can't read. You're like, you you mean you can't? You're like 48. How can you not read? I just never learned. When did you not learn? Like all the time they were trying to teach you throughout all of school, and they'll have gone through school. They can't,
because they should have never even been passed. Because back before Bush instituted No Child Left Behind, if you grew up in the 80s, Nick, you had to be able to pass. There's a curriculum. If you didn't pass it, they kept you behind.
There were some schools that would still move people forward, though.
But you had to be able to fucking read.
I mean, if you could throw a football,
that's true. That's a big one. Especially if you're in a rural place, you throw a football, they're gonna put your ass through.
Man, like, bruh, like you can't read, fam.
Dude, no, we had a guy that was dumb as a box of rocks, and like you could talk to him, and he was like, go, like you couldn't even talk to the guy, but he was the pitcher and won state championship 4 years in a row for our high school, and he went on to play for the Braves, and he got valedictorian, and this dude could barely fucking read.
God damn.
They were just like 100, give him 100. Because they knew like it's a big deal for rural Alabama for this guy to go play for the Braves. Big fucking deal. So they're like, hundreds, valedictorian.
God damn.
So pretty freaking scary.
I hope he's doing okay now, because people like that usually get used later on in life.
He played for 2 years and then dropped to minor leagues. I don't know what he's doing now. But I mean, he got like a $300,000 signing bonus. So that was pretty cool.
Hope he didn't just spend it.
He probably did. Vince Young. Yeah, Vince Young was, he was spending like 3 bands in Cheesecake Factory a day.
It was one of my relatives is a financial planner in a major metro area and has like an in with the MLB team. And he's like, these guys come in, they're like 22, 23, and they get these big bonuses. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy this and this and this. And the first thing he asks them is, what happens if you get injured?
I won't.
And they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I won't get injured.
It's like, you can't just spend all your money. Like if you get injured, you don't have they'll revoke the signing bonus and you won't have, they'll send you the minors. You won't get paid. And they're like, no, that's not going to happen. And so then they oftentimes will not like take his advice because he's not telling them to go buy 6 houses.
Yep. Yeah. And then that's when you'll notice that a player gets signed somewhere and they'll just have a brand new Hellcat and all this shit. And it's like, I hope you don't tear your ACL, bro.
Yeah,
you're fucked.
You're out.
Be MC Hammer all over again. Yeah,
33 mil gone.
Jesus,
bruh. Never trying to say the hood, man. Sorry, Hammer.
A mercenary grip says Tell Records psilocybin tea is psilocybin tea is a real thing. All the benefits without the nausea. As a 56-year-old man who's done this consistently for 40 years, I highly recommend this route if you're doing hallucinogens.
Well, thank you. I'm not, but I mean, I guess if I were, that's gotta taste like ass though.
Wait, so that tea will make you hallucinate? Is that what he's saying?
It's well, so the psilocybin's the mushrooms, and so apparently you can like brew it out. The psilocybin's water soluble, so you can like grind up the tea or the mushroom, put it in a tea bag and brew it. But like, it's got to taste disgusting, man. I don't know about that at all.
Yeah, no, dude. My maid does that shit, because she's like one brown lady. She'll always be like, "You should try my tea," and I look at it, and I'm like, "Motherfucker, I don't, dude. I'm a trailer park man. All right, I drink whiskey and like some White Monsters and water and like milk and shit." She's like, "But no, you'll really like it," and I'm like, "I've never liked it before. You keep telling me," and then she'll hand it to me, and I'll drink it, and it tastes like dirt. I'm like, "Thanks, it tastes like dirt, like that always does."
Yeah,
every time it's like it tastes like dirt, and she's like, "I just don't get it," and I'm like, "Yeah, me neither. It fucking tastes like dirt every time." This is a new kind. It tastes like dirt every time. I'm like, I can't do it, man.
I appreciate the help, but no, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about prepping. Says just got out of Sound of Freedom 20 minutes ago. It's legit, not preachy. It makes you want to hurt traffickers. Everyone needs to support it. They're trying to make things happen. Good. Good. But see, that's the issue. Is that sounds good. And it kind of makes me want to watch it. But when people say everyone needs to support it, it sounds like I'm in like a movement. Right?
You are.
It's like when people do the negative to like Flash because Ezra Miller's in it or whatever, they're like, no one needs to support that. Right? People saying you need to arbitrarily support this because it has a good message, because of what's behind the message. So like that, I just want to enjoy the film. But everybody in the chat said it's not preachy, so that sounds good. And it has great reviews, so I'm all about it, dude. Thank you, my friend. Mercenary Grip says, add honey, bro. Dude, She always adds the honey, man. She has a big thing of honey and she adds it every time. Tastes like dirt. Tastes like dirt that's slightly sweeter than normal.
Oh,
I don't get it.
What?
Do you like tea, Drex?
yeah. Look, here's the thing. I know what you're saying. Like, because okay, here's the thing. I grew up on tea because my mom would force me to drink it.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. But I understand where you're coming from because like there were teas that my mom would give me like, oh, try it. It's gonna be so good. And I know what you're talking about. Where you sip, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, because like as a general rule of thumb, the only tea I drink, like in general, will be sweet tea. If you give me the option for sweet tea, I'll drink sweet tea. I don't do coffees at all. I normally am a water guy, right? That's why you always see me with a fucking water, right?
Yep.
And my mom would always try to, persuade me to drink all these teas. I'm just kind of like, oh, this shit just tastes like ass. Like, there's good ones, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I grew up, I loved English breakfast tea. There's certain green teas I like. And in general, some of them are edible, but most teas just kind of like meh. You have to be a tea person to really appreciate tea.
I like a lot of teas. The problem, though, is almost all tea I like with 3 teaspoons of sugar in it.
Agreed.
Like, if
my mom would always say, "Don't put sugar in it." She's like,
you
can't drink it with sugar. It's
you
like,
gotta taste the purity of the tea. It's like, well, like it's okay, but if I put 3 teaspoons of sugar in it, it's gonna be great every time. Like I know it's gonna be good. So I don't know. I'm not a tea purist like that, but there are a couple. Like Dragon's Treasure sent me a huge sampler pack of a whole bunch of them, and there's some that I really like. I like jasmine teas; they're good because I like that flavor. But no, I some of them can get real earthy.
This is kind of unrelated. Dude, that Dragon Treasure guy hates me now.
Really?
The Pippa thing, yeah.
What? He hates you over the Pippa thing?
Yeah. Now
that's hilarious.
I don't know this for sure, but he didn't like talk to me directly. But I saw him on like the original Pippa tweet, and he was just fucking laying into my ass. And then he commented on one of my things, and he was like, because it was the phases gay thing. And he was like, wow, he's like, LOL, this is quite the coincidence then. And I was like, what's really a coincidence is how I haven't got some of that delicious tea yet, bro. And he didn't respond, didn't say shit, didn't like it. And then I went over and everybody was talking about it, right, for like a day.
Yeah.
And he was on all of it, just being like agreeing with them overtly and saying that I was wrong and dumb. And I'm like, well, fuck, that sucks. I'm sad. Dragon guy don't like me no more.
You go see him at Matsuri.
He's going to be like, you son of a bitch. How dare you say this?
We'll go over to his table at Matsuri and be like, what's up?
What? Am I not good enough for you, Mr. T?
We'll take a picture with him and be like, we're here at Matsuri with not Pippa.
Now oh, dude, yeah, it'd be hilarious. No, it was funny. I was like, yeah, I can't believe the T guy doesn't like me no more after everything we've been through together, which is nothing. Oh my gosh. No, speaking of VTubers, I got a huge VTuber coming on soon.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting. They are nightmarishly huge. So this is gonna be fun.
Who I think it is?
It is not, but it's someone that's just as big.
Cool.
I'll let you know in the behind the scenes, but that's gonna be fun. And I should have the Act Man on in the next 1 or 2 shows. So that's gonna be a lot of fun because he's the GOAT. I've talked to him 100 times in DMs. He's a good dude. So I'm very, very excited about that. But yeah, dude, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Every time I see a new movie come out, I see it was made by like the people that made like God Is Not Dead, maybe.
Oh God, that movie.
Nefarious.
I got dragged to it.
How
with
was
some
it? Was it preachy?
Dude, was it preachy?
Mm.
Dude, it was like, okay, so I got the idea that the whole premise of God's Not Dead is there's an atheist professor of like sociology or something, and like the kid challenges him on he's like spewing atheism at the students. I'm like, okay, like this is just over the top though. And of course he's played by Kevin Sorbo. So
wait, the atheist teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, of course he's going against his normal belief. Yeah,
right.
Yep.
And it's like it's just so much. It's laid on like thicker than a fucking creamy peanut butter, man. It's like stop, just
Lena the Plug Bukaki.
I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot sit through this.
So how long was the movie though? Was it like insufferable or was it?
It was pretty long. I don't remember the time. I just remembered going, this is.
Did they like it? Were they like, oh, this is what I want to see?
Yeah, of course. It's red meat. It's red meat for people who want like that storyline.
Yeah.
and it was just fine. And I was like, look, I went to college with plenty of just asshole atheist professors, and this makes them look good, like because of how thick it was laid
just on the nose, man. It's just
it's too much.
It's why I didn't see Nefarious, because everybody's talking like, oh, Nefarious is great, it's great, and then I looked and it was the same people that made that movie, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see Nefarious until everybody told me to, and then I was like, no, I don't know.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, it's the God's not dead, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't see it now.
Someone put it's incredibly cringe. Yeah, I remember when it came out, I heard about it, but I had no interest in seeing it because I'm like, it didn't seem like a movie I wanted to see.
You would not have. I mean, you would have had zero to care about.
Here's the thing, I don't want to hear an atheist laid on thick, and I don't want to hear a Bible thumper laid on thick. You know what I'm saying? Because when it gets preachy like that, I'm like, it kind of goes with what Camelot said. When someone's like arbitrarily just being like over the top, it's like, yeah, okay, look, here's the thing. Camelot, do you remember back in the day when a person recommended a movie to you, right? It was just on the movie's own merit, right? It was like this. Camelot, you definitely should go see Die Hard with a Vengeance, man. It's got humor, it's got action, it's great. And you just went, okay, that sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Now it's, you need to support this because this person believes this, or they're against this. Or it's just like,
yeah. I don't like preachy movies from either side. Like, it's just because always overdone, overwrought, and I'm like, I just want just make a movie.
Do you remember when you used to go to see movies? So Camelot, Nick and I talked about this before the show. There was this point because Nick was telling me about some of the movies that were on Prime, right? That he can do on Twitch, right? Or your the little movie watch, and he was like, dude, we watched Death Wish 3 and the body count was obscene, right?
It's so funny.
RoboCop. It was every movie. Yeah, his parents saw that in theaters, right? The movies back then, you almost get the sense, kind of like with Big Trouble in Little China. The makers of the movie went like this, Nick. What would we like to see in a movie? Like, what looks cool? What sounds cool, right? Like, let's make that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you made it, and someone goes like this, Camelot, here's our movie. And then you just saw it and went, bro, I gotta go tell everybody I know how awesome this movie is. Now it's like this. We're making this movie for the feminism. It's like, oh God, here we go. Or we're the anti this, we're pro that. It's like, can you just make a fucking movie?
Dude, every single day, I was looking up movies to watch last night. I was really hungover. I was in my theater. And I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna look up movies. So I'm like scrolling down this horror movie list. And every time I would see it had a high critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, but a low audience score. It was always so on the nose. It would be like a woman like finds out she's pregnant and is extremely excited, and then suddenly this unseen demon force starts to slowly consume her soul, and I'm like, oh, it's an allegory for pregnancy and how hard it is. Fuck this. I'm like, fuck this. You guys aren't clever. You're not clever. They think they have this great idea. We're gonna make a rock climbing movie, and it's gonna be an allegory for like dating in your teens. And I'm like, can you just make a rock climbing movie? Like that one movie where everybody exploded because they had nitroglycerin for some damn reason.
I'll be right back, Cam.
Dude, I enjoyed it. Drop Barracuda brings a great question, Drex. Says, if there's a time, what does the panel think about the viral YouTube video called "Removing Butt Hairs Using Nair Cream" that has 15 million views in 11 days? It's just a guy with his asshole and dick and balls out, like just on YouTube, like not freaking.
Well, how is that not banned?
Because it's educational. So there's bikini waxing and labia waxing and naked yoga on
Nobody
YouTube.
wants to see that shit, man.
I don't mind the naked yoga, but not the Nair ass thing.
No, but that's the thing. Like, here's the thing. I've always been that's one of the rare times you'll see me be a pure egalitarian, right? Like, okay, I don't want to see the labia stuff because on the same token, I don't want to see the dick and balls. You see what I'm saying? Like, because that's what's gonna happen. This is educational. No one wants to see that shit. And I don't want kids to stumble across that kind of shit either.
Well, there's no age restriction on the video, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I don't know, man. Like, here's the thing: if he can monetize that and he can get paid, go ahead. If the ladies want to do naked yoga, get paid. Yeah, I guess, sure. You know, I'm always gonna be, in that libertarian boat in laissez-faire. Like, just you go make your money. You know what I'm saying? If you're not hurting nobody, but at the same time, it's like, why can't you just make something else? You know what I'm saying? Like look, you can even describe it, right? You can be like this. Yo, hey, if you guys want to, remove the hair off your ass, use Nair. Why do you have to show people I'm using the Nair on my ass?
The scary part is it is not age restricted on YouTube. That's the part. It's not age restricted. So you can just be a 9-year-old, click on it and see his asshole like immediately.
That's not cool,
on YouTube,
man.
And like it goes into the fetish of people want people to see them. It's the entire reason. I tweeted the other day and I was like, what does having your dick and balls out in front of a 9-year-old in public, what does that have to do with pride? It doesn't I don't see the correlation, right? Because the Toronto parade recently that was sponsored by like Bud Light for some reason. There was just like 40 naked dudes with their dicks out just walking around like in front of the parade. Like
it's always because the thing, they don't want to like push the boundaries. They want to destroy boundaries and say, let's normalize whatever fuckery I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like you've seen it, right? They've been out there in gimp suits and shit. It's like, what is this? And I've talked to people who are just like, you're just your regular gay and lesbian people, right? Just they aren't out there doing the parades, and they hate these people. They hate them.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, bro, these people are making a mockery of us, and they hate the companies pandering to them. They're like, we just want to live our life. That's it.
What they should do is as soon as a guy pulls his dick out in front of a 9-year-old, there's armed guards and they just pop him right in the face.
Yeah, or pop him in the dick.
Even better.
Pop him in the dick. Because then people realize, oh, damn, this isn't right. This isn't okay. And then people realize, okay, guys, maybe we should scale all this shit back. And who do you see out there, though? Let's be honest. When you look at these pictures of these parades, it's the kids are there because a parent, i.e. the mom, right?
Taking care every time.
The woke mom made them go for their social credit. And then also beta cuck dudes who think being at a pride parade and supporting whatever their queens tell them to is going to get them laid, and none of these guys get fucking laid. None.
Nope.
Zero.
Because they're still banging the dude that has the Trump hat. Sorry.
That's right. Come on, we talked about that. I remember when I think I may have been like when I first met you, and you talked about the chick who was spouting all that anti-Trump shit, and you put on a MAGA hat and banged the shit out of her. You said you've never been ridden hard in your whole life.
Yep.
I've told dudes that story because I said, dude, I tell you guys, when a woman talks about the things that she hates in a man, this is what she's really telling you. A guy I liked exhibited these traits, and I'm pissed that that's what gets me hot and bothered and wanting to ride him like a fucking stallion. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So if you exhibit those same traits, you get to smash. The dude who's like, oh, yeah, queen, I hate Trump too. Okay, go ahead and say that and see what happens if you get your pee-pee touch.
She's gonna ask you to take her jacket while Drex is doggy style on her.
Yep. I am openly like this. Like when chicks are like, well, Drex, what about X, Y, Z? I say the most degenerate, nasty shit. They call it misogyny, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you can call it what you want. Women like that raw honesty. They want a dude who's going like this. When they say like, this is bad, Camelot, I don't like what you said about this. He's like, yeah, and what are you going to do? Oh my God. Because
they'll say they're offended, but their asshole's tingling.
Yep. They're like, oh my God, he needs to fuck me. He's like, so Camelot, I tell guys this is like a true thing that I want all of you guys to think about. When a woman is into a guy, she will spout out all of the negative traits about you up front, right? Yep. So I'll give you an example. Yeah, Camelot is an asshole. He's a narcissist. Yeah, he's fucking cocky. Yeah, he fucks bitches. All these negatives. So as a dude, you listen to this, you're like, man, this Camelot sounds like a bad guy. And you know what she says, Camelot? But right, you're 100 negative things. But though he does have a sensitive side, and he can really fuck. And then on the flip side, let's flip the table, right? Camelot, when a girl is not into you, that's actually a decent chokehold. Not bad. But Camelot, the guys that women are not interested in, do you know what they get? They do what? It's the opposite, right? Oh my God, Camelot is such a nice guy. He's so friendly. He's hardworking. He's great with kids. So they say all these good things, right? And they go like this. And then Malay goes, so why don't you get with Camelot? Oh, but he's just like a brother to me because he's not my top.
He's not my top.
Yep, he's not my top. They front load compliments. So
every
guys out there who don't know, listen to what I'm saying. If you ever want to know if a girl likes you, make sure you listen carefully. If she says a bunch of negative things, that means she's into you.
Yep, 100%. Dude, what about this, Nick? Good correlation here. Remember when we were on stream together? And we, Aussie Overlord, and somebody else, maybe it was Flawed, I can't remember, and maybe Lauren De Laguna, I can't remember. And somebody asked her to rate all the guys, and she rated everybody an 8 or a 9 and me a 2.
Yeah, well, that's because you are.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like I had my shirt off.
In inches, Camelot.
I was flexing.
You were trying too hard.
Shit. Anyways, real quick, let me get Arikias. Oh my goodness!
Oh, shit.
Look at this pink boy, son. Woo! A teacher in college tried to reject my thesis, robotic braces, by saying, "Who do you think you are to correct something caused by God? Religious teachers could be a problem." My answer was, I don't know what God is doing in public college. Yeah, so it's like people that are against like hearing aids or stuff like that, like any hearing device that will help deaf people, because they're like, they should be proud to be deaf. And I'm like, that's stupid. If you can improve their quality of life, improve their quality of life. Don't hide behind some stuff. And there's always the people that are not deaf saying it, right? It's the people that are
deaf people.
It's the people that don't have ailments saying that you should not give a quality of life to people because they were made that way. No, fuck off. No, absolutely not. Karis,
you definitely shouldn't help deaf people, and I'm proud to say it because I know they can't hear me.
Exactly.
God damn.
Karis says, I'm waiting for the collaboration of the two, a bikini waxing nude Tai Chi music video directed by Michael Bay. Oh my God, Karis. It'll be a glorious day that's not age restricted. I love you, baby. I appreciate you. Mercenary Grip says, as a libertarian conservative in Hollywood for 30 years, yes, I'm a grip. He's an actual grip. I can tell you unequivocally that everything you think about degeneracy barely scratches the surface. Keep on keeping on. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you should make a YouTube channel and start saying some shit.
Yeah.
If you want to get deleted.
Well, yeah, I mean,
see what they did to Corey Feldman.
yeah.
Like Corey Feldman comes back, he's like, by the way, I'm going to tell all about all the abuse I got. And then all of a sudden, the news story after news story after news story. Oh, Corey Feldman did this and this and this. And it's like, oh, well, there went your reputation.
Dude, I listen to these things about Corey Feldman, and I'm like, he said he has a lot to say. And then I listen to his music, and I'm like, maybe he deserved it.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
It's bad. It's like throw up and like, oh God, that's a joke. Drop Barracuda as one of the ABC people. Everything after B is a middle condition, and there needs to be a distinction. There needs to be a fine line, Barracuda. We need to put the line in the sand and then keep it there forever, right? And I feel like it's very reasonable for the line in the sand be children. I feel like that's reasonable. If you want to involve children in like your kinky fetishes or in some kind of anything that could be based in sexuality in any situation, nope. Child drag shows, nope. Children going to drag shows, nope.
Oh,
all of it. All of it. Hormones, nope. Absolutely not.
Well, but Camelot, you know what's crazy? I was talking about this to the live chat. I was in my Discord and I said, but the flip side, the heterosexual side, is equally true. Like, I don't want kids around like a regular fucking like strip show or something. Like people are like, oh, you're against drag show. It's like, no, it's not even the drag thing. Why would I want kids at a goddamn like
at a sexualized dance show?
Yeah, it's like no.
No, they always do that, Drex, too. They'll be like, oh, but you're fine with toddlers and tiaras. And I'm like, no, I've thought it's disgusting for 20 years.
Yeah. I always said that shit was weird.
They're like, oh, you're not okay with them going to drag shows, but you're okay with preachers doing it. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. First of all, let me introduce you to what's called a two-cocaine fallacy. But second of all, no. If you touch kids, you get the 12 gauge. I don't care what alignment you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Back off.
Right in the face. Right in the face. Speaking of right in the face, make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost to 1,000 likes already.
Wait, I need to click like on the stream. Hold up.
It's because Drex is here.
With a like.
Cool hat. And talking about base shit. About smashing bitches.
All right, now we got 843, Camelot. I just clicked the like button.
That. Look at that. Drex doing more than people in the chat. I appreciate it.
Now I'm going to go on my real account and then do it again. So you get another like.
That's what you do.
Those numbers one at a time.
Xander says, have you ever seen Hollywoodland, Nick?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Is it something to do with children being involved in something?
I don't know. I've heard the title, but I know nothing about it at all.
Hollywoodland. Let's Google it. It is from 2006. Oh, it has Adrian Brody. It has Ben Affleck, which means I won't be watching it. I just can't stand his face. There's something about Ben Affleck's face that makes me just like want to like punch a wall. I don't know what it is. And I love Adrian Brody, dude. When he was in the Penis, freaking great movie. You ever seen that movie?
No.
He looks just like you, and he's in the movie.
What did you say?
the Pianist.
You did not.
He said penis, man.
I
heard
was
penis.
listening.
I heard penis, man. Look, Cameron, you do a lot of Freudian slips, man. I'm just saying.
It's a great movie. And he shreds the piano, and then that Nazi guy's like, you know what? You shred the piano real good. I'm gonna let you live. You know? What if he could play the piano? Yeah, he was a Jewish. I think he was Jewish. I don't remember. I mean, Adrian Brody is like, he has to be Jewish.
Adrian Brody in King Kong.
Yeah,
Jackson King Kong.
Yep.
Yeah.
He lived through that movie, so I don't want to see him in anything else. You should have gotten squished by a damn gorilla.
I can't believe Jack Black agreed to be in
like
that
Bruce
shit.
Campbell did in Congo.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, like Jack Black was in that, and I was like, man, I don't know why he said yes to this. And then he was in that episode of Star Wars Mandalorian with Lizzo, and I'm like, oh great.
Oh, you actually watched that?
Weird.
No, I did not. I saw a clip of it, and they gave Lizzo all the lines and not Jack Black. And I'm like, Jack Black's like an actor though. Give him the lines and let Lizzo sit there silent. And Lizzo's like the worst actor on the face of the earth. So obvious. She's like Tommy Wiseau level. And she's just sitting there. Oh god, it was a nightmare. Speaking of a nightmare, culprit, what a paint boy. The paint boys are overflowing tonight. Damn. Thank you so much, culprit. You're goated. I love you. I appreciate you. What a monster of a man. Thank you. Dude, these pink boys and red boys won't be stopping. I appreciate you guys. Oh, we were 5th in the entire US in super chats the other day.
I saw that. Was that our show?
It might have been. I don't remember.
I think so, because that was the first one you hit Fight Milk in a little while.
Yeah, and Jeremy was like 2nd. D-Day Cobra?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's pretty cool to see like all these over the top large streamers, and then my dumbass and D-Day Cobra, you know, because D-Day Cobra's only at 120K subs or 129 or something. And then you see all these people with millions of subs.
I always thought he had way more than that, but
no. I think it's because like his Geeks and Gamers would be like the bigger.
Oh yeah, that's his channel where he started doing live streams.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to Jeremy, by the way.
Yeah, I guess he's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I've been a fan of his.
He got like 50 channels all doing.
Well, now they got remonetized. I like him less.
Did they?
I'm just kidding. I love that guy.
He's cutting into your grip.
Dude, I'm waiting to get
they got randomly Geeks and Gamers got completely demonetized the other day over an old unlisted video from like 2019.
Yep.
Who's reporting these people though? Like who is it? Just like some rando? Like
the system just ticked it up for whatever reason. Like it was a mistake,
of course,
type thing. But it's like, how do you? No one saw this video. Like it was never made public at all. And from what I understand, so they uploaded the video unlisted. It got reviewed. It was yellow, so they didn't release it. And then I think they tried to get it appealed, and it never monetized, so they never released it.
Yep.
And then you just have to let it sit there, because if you delete it and they strike you, you can't appeal it.
Oh, I see.
So it's like they're like, we never released this video. It's been sitting there for years.
What the hell is that? Why are those people just short?
Yes, but I think they also made her taller.
I was about to say
this is in Vegas. He's looking at locals.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, why does Lady Raggets look like a mid? Okay, they super.
But Lady Raggets is pretty short.
She is short, but that chick would have been like 8 feet tall.
She's pretty tall. She's not 8 feet tall.
Lady.
No, the weird thing is, I get copyright claims almost every day from old videos that are unlisted.
Yeah.
Like old streams that are unlisted gaming streams. I get copyright claims from them all the time.
Yep.
So it'll be like a 2019 stream randomly get a copyright claim. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This ain't even a listed video. It's really, really weird. It's just people trying to steal, I guess, any ad revenue they possibly can get their hands on. It's like Astro Speed did that. Did you see Astro Speed? Well, Actman released a video like 3 days ago that blew up. And Astro Speed's company he owns called Thumb Media was it was him just striking every single video that he even appeared in, no matter if it was transformative or not. It could show Astro Speed. Some of them didn't even show them. It was just somebody talking about Astro Speed, and he would claim the videos and claim all the revenue from every video.
Yeah, because once you get a certain type of partnership on YouTube, you get access to content ID when you're a certain type of creator. A lot of times, if you're in an MCN or if you make an MCN, you'll get into content ID. And once you get there, like it just goes through and identifies everything that has any connection to you. And you just, and a lot of those companies will just claim. And then, you know, people just have to, you just have to appeal it. And they oftentimes won't fight back. But a lot of times people won't even appeal it because they get scared. And they'll just let the money get taken. And it's or the money's like, you know, some people have content ID claimed some of my stuff where it's like, what, you want my $11 from ad revenue? Take it. I don't care. Like, this video is not going to make any ad revenue. But yeah,
dude, it's wild because I think I have that tab, the content IT tab, because there's like I get notifications and there's like a gajillion videos just down the list.
Now that we get like a bootleg version of it, but if you're like, there's certain channels that have a super, because it's like where the AI will go through and find like a lot of stuff. It's pretty weak, but
it is wild as hell. Speaking of wild as hell, we are 3:30 from Fight Milk for the 4th stream in a row. Give big shout out to TRS Chaos on Rumble.
I better not be doing any damn Fight Milk tonight.
Not before your show. TRS Chaos with a $5 Rumble rant. Break Silence says, first time rant. Keep it up, sexy motherfucker. Thank you so much, my man, for your $1 Rumble rant. The dude in the low wall says, any advice on how to start streaming? $2 Rumble rant. Turn the camera on, pick a subject matter that you'd like to talk about that intrigues you, and just start talking, man.
Yeah, the best advice I can give to anybody on streaming is this. Get on YouTube and figure out some audio settings, record yourself and listen back. If you hear crackles or robotic shit or whatever, fix your audio. You don't have to have a $500 microphone. You can do it on a $100 mic, but there's some stuff you may have to do, like put curtains up or something to reduce the sound bouncing. But seriously, just get audio that doesn't make you want to stab an ice pick in your head. And that's the most important thing. Like,
yeah,
everything else can come later. Your video, your like technique and stuff. But if people tune in and they hate how you sound, they will tune out right away. Like you have to build up the credibility to be forgiven for unlistenable audio.
Yeah. So, and that's weird because when I first started, I had a vocal mic. It's like an ATG C214 or something like that. It was an expensive ass vocal mic, and I just plugged that bitch up. I just plugged that bitch up into a goofy ass like interface and got a compressor and OBS and started streaming. And and talking. And when I did videos, I literally just used my cell phone. And then when I did streaming, I used like old webcam. But my audio was always extremely solid, and it just grew and grew and grew. But man, I tell you what, like if your audio is not up to scuff immediately, you're fucked because everybody else is beating you already.
Yep. And I mean, you can do it with their tutorials on how to turn any like USB mic of any quality, even like $50 mics. You can, with the right settings in OBS, you can make them sound good. One of the guys to check out who has tutorials on this is Senpai Gaming. His name's Harrison, and he has a lot of really good just tips and stuff for people who want to get started making content. But go watch how to adjust your audio filters, because like better mics and stuff, they have a lot of this stuff kind of baked in. But if you're not even making money yet, you definitely don't want to go spend $700 to $1,000 on an audio interface. Like, get your USB mic, $50, a Razer Kaio or whatever, and you just do your audio settings through OBS, and you can make it sound really, really good. You just have to fiddle with it more.
And keep talking. Dude, I'll join a stream. I will get a stream recommended to me, and I'll just be sitting there eating some damn ramen, and it's somebody I've never heard of before. And I'll go in the stream, and it'll be like a panel of 3 people, and they're all, of course, very small creators. And somebody brings up a subject matter, and then there's like just silence for like 25 seconds. I'm like, what's going on? Why is it? Did it freeze? And I look, and it's like, no, they're just kind of like sitting there looking around. And I'm like, what the fuck? Talk! You gotta keep going, man. You never stop. That's what I told Wicked Virtue, and she was already doing it, and she's great. She's kicking ass. She knows how to do it. So like, just don't stop. Pick some good subject matter that interests you, that you're passionate about, whatever the hell it may be. Make sure your audio is top freaking notch. Camera audio or camera visuals can come later. Backdrops can come later.
And what you said is really important. It's got to be interesting to you. Don't try and figure out what you think people are interested in hearing. They want to hear, like, the people who are interested in what you're interested will find you eventually. But if you're like, what do people want to hear? What is popular? I'll go do that. No, you won't do it well. You won't like it. You won't know the subject matter. And it's going to come, like, if it's forced every day, it's going to come across forced. So do something that's interesting to you, because when you are into the subject and you enjoy it, you'll be more energized. You'll be more wanting to talk, and people will notice that and they'll be interested with you.
Yeah, because they'll start. I've had people that will message me and they're like, hey, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know what to talk about. And I'm like, well, you're fucked. Like, what do you like to talk about in everyday life? Talk about that shit. There you go. That's where you started. Because I mean, I still to this day, I had a video 2 days ago about Kroger, because that shit fascinates me. I worked retail my whole life, so I make videos based in retail still to this day. I had one hit 91K the other day, which is good for my dumb ass. All right, come on. So like, and it's what I like
for anybody who says anything at all other than like, look at this kitten, because it's I mean, never mind. I'm not going to talk about the algorithm. The algorithm's great. I love it. I love our algorithm master.
Those bastards. Those bastards always give me, dude. Speaking of algorithm, the first day I downloaded TikTok, first day, I'd never touched anything. I made an account, and then all of a sudden I was on a For You page. Didn't type anything in. You know, it was like years ago, and it was, what do you ask what you're interested in? And I just hit no thanks, set later, I'll set it all later. And I get the thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start making like race car TikToks. And I like scroll down the FYP for like the first time I've ever touched the app, and it was almost exclusively like 13-year-old girls dancing in like underwear and cosplay.
What the hell?
Dude,
like,
TikTok's fucking weird.
The entire time, and I was like, what the fuck did I just download? So anyways, I had already made a TikTok about race cars, and I put it up there, and I hashtag, NASCAR, hashtag all this shit. And then suddenly my For You page started turning into racing. And I was like, all right, cool. And then eventually it was just all racing. And I'm like, but why did it start out? It just starts out without any input from me. Because I went to Twitter about it like 2 years ago. I was like, why did I just download TikTok and it's nothing but like underage girls dancing? And they're like, it's because that's what you're interested in, and your For You page knows it. And I'm like, I've never used the app before. This is my first time.
If you don't put anything in, it goes off of like demographic shit. So it's like you're a guy who's 31 or whatever, and it'll like just start picking stuff. If you're 40, because when
I remember what happened to you.
Yeah, I downloaded TikTok for the first time when I was 40, and just like, because people were sending me, they were like, I want to send you messages or follow me on TikTok or whatever. I'm like, I guess. Download it. And the first thing it is it's like women who are hot dancing. Like, these are not girls, these are women. They're like, are you over 39? Are you looking for a 25-year-old? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, it was direct marketing to the 40+ crowd is 25-year-old women saying that they're into dad bods, which they are not. They all have OnlyFans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it.
Nobody's
dad
into dad bods.
No.
Not a chance.
Well, it's
they're into a dad bod until you have abs. Then they're into abs.
What women say, what they mean. So women will say, I'm into dad bods, and men that are 400 pounds are like, oh, that's me, bro. And I'm like, no, what they mean is Zac Efron when he's bulking.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. They mean freaking
big arms, big chest, big shoulders, and then he's got like a gut because he's adding weight or whatever.
See, I interpreted that differently. What I interpreted dad bod to mean is when women say, Camelot, I'm into dad bod, what they really mean is that body tends to be men in this demographic who have money. You see what I'm saying? Like,
somewhat, yeah.
Because think about it. Okay, when you go to the executive level in the corporate world, right? What do those guys have like tend to look like? Look, you saw Elon Musk when he was out on the boat,
a little
right?
Saggy.
A little saggy, right?
They're busy.
Because they're so busy.
You're not doing crunches all day.
When they have time to eat, you know what they eat, Camelot? They eat shit.
Yep.
Right? And that's how you get dad bods. So guess what? When women are talking about this, like, he's in this age demographic, but he drives a nice car. If he drives a nice car and his body looks kind of flabby, it's because he makes good money and he's busy. I want access to that shit. That's what women mean when they say, I'm into that. Because if that were the case, Nick, when they cheat on the guy, who do they cheat on the guy with? What posters do they have in their wall, right? The guys that, They go to see Magic Mike because they want to see a ripped up Channing Tatum, not a dad bod Channing Tatum, a ripped Channing Tatum. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Women don't like dad bod.
No.
Hey, did you see him did you see that latest Magic Mike?
No, I heard it was. Ugh.
I saw like 9 people watching it on the plane. Like Lady Raggets watched it.
Of course she did.
I looked over and she's like, the dances weren't even like good, right? It was.
I
Just
heard the movie
like,
itself wasn't good, right?
Okay. I didn't watch it. Don't get me wrong. I would. I'm weird like that. I would watch.
I watched the first 2. I loved them.
Yeah, she said it was terrible, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother. But I did see him wear a who's the chicken?
Salma Hayek.
Yeah, I did see him wear her like a hockey mask. That was funny as shit.
wait, whoa, hold up, hold up now, hold up.
Because she hires him. That's the whole thing. She hires him to like revamp this stupid theater that she owns or whatever. With her ex.
That's
but
the plot?
it's bad.
What the fuck?
It's bad.
Yeah. Dude,
yeah, the first dance, like he's like nose deep in that uterus. It's pretty funny.
Jesus, no, dude,
he had some good moves with her though. I gotta say, because I watched that dance.
So what? Okay, so I'm assuming the rest of the movie was like bad. Like that one dance may have been decent.
I can't tell you because I didn't watch the movie. I only saw snippets out of the side of my eye from time to time. But I watched that dance because it was pretty hot. Like I'll give it to him.
Yeah. The speaking of the Jason Momoa and the dad bod thing, real quick, is what people don't really understand is I've been talking to women before and I'm like, okay, show me what a dad bod is. I've had like Nina on the show or, I've had women on the show before. I'm like, okay, what is a dad bod? And they'll pull up a picture to share. And it's literally a guy that is fucking jacked without shredded 6-pack. He still has core definition. He's just not shredded. He's jacked. And she's like, that's a dad bod. And I'm like, so it's not like an overweight man. They're like, no, what the fuck? That's a fat guy. And I'm like, oh, all these fat dudes think you're talking about them. You're not. They're talking about jack dudes that are monsters that aren't shredded to gills.
Do you know what your most women would say is dad bod?
Drexel.
Russell Crowe in Gladiator. Women would call that dad bod,
or like
hefty.
Eric Bana in Troy.
Yeah,
because he didn't have shredded abs, but I mean, my man was
jacked.
He had bubble tits.
Or Eric Bana was jacked in that.
Or what's the dude? Jeff Bezos when he's on his yacht, he's dad bod in the hell.
That's dad bod. Bezos is in great shape.
Yeah,
he's in great shape.
Yeah, it's basically just jacked without being cut. Steve, I don't know. Crowder says, why does Drex want to do YouTube as a career? Well, it's good. You gotta make ass tons of. You gotta go hard on YouTube to get there.
In order to make YouTube as a career, you're like Nick, you deal with this as a lawyer, right? Whereas like there's a certain point where if it makes more sense, because remember, time is money.
Yep.
If YouTube gets to a point where when I come back to YouTube, right? If YouTube makes me X amount, I will reduce my real job to a point where it's like it becomes an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
Like, because in order to do YouTube, you talked about this when I did a show with you, right? Camelot.
Yeah.
It really does consume you because you gotta be like, oh, like hey, I gotta make X amount of videos per day.
Yep.
Be on this many different streams. It is your job.
And even when you decide that, and this is a critical thing, you go, I think if I do this all the time, I can make this a real thing. Then you have to go, I'm going to commit to doing this. And you basically start working 40-hour work weeks on YouTube, and you might fail. And you have to be able to prepare for and absorb that failure. And a lot of people, the thing is, a lot of people will do that while they're riding a wave. And where I saw this a lot was the new people who popped into the lawyer sphere during Johnny Depp. And I mean, they started getting in and they were making $1,000 a stream because there were so many people who wanted to hear stuff about Johnny Depp that they would go to even new streamers because they could answer questions and they maybe couldn't get their stuff answered on my show or Legal Bites or whatever. So they start popping in, and these people are making like $1,000, $2,000 a stream just starting out. And then the second Johnny Depp dries up and they're like, oh, I can do this for a living. And they started trying to do it. And then turns out they hadn't built up any base audience. They don't have anything else to talk about. And they're like, oh, well, I'll just talk about whatever legal stuff. It's like, no, you're going to, like, people are there for Johnny Depp and they probably aren't going to stay for you. And so people will make that choice during a wave and that will crash. So you got to build it up before.
You and I talked about this, right? You actually see this in like the music industry and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You have your core fans that you build up. And then over the course of your career, you've seen this, Nick, certain hits really hit, right? Like you get a bunch of people who don't normally listen to you, and they go like this: I bought that single, or I bought that album. So you'll have peaks, and then it dips back down. But you tend to have, you see this throughout like successful people's careers. They tend to have like a general like level, right? They don't really dip beyond, they don't dip below that level. So like Mariah Carey will tend to sell X amount of millions of copies, right?
Yeah.
But she'll have big hits and then ones that don't sell so much. But she always kind of has like that same base.
Yeah, because she spent her time building up an audience. Yep.
If you just hop in and go like this is the sound that's gonna make me rich and famous. Not smart.
Yeah, dude.
Into the audience.
Speaking of those lawyers, I won't name anybody, but I went back to one of the people that were like dominating that sphere, or at least dominating a portion of it, and they are getting like no views now, like just fucking gone. And I'm like, yeah, fuck. So like that's what they're talking about. And Intimidator says, "Happy belated 4th of July." I don't think I've sent you this yet, Camelot. But do you know why the Invisible Man can't get away with telling a lie? Because you can see right through him. Damn. Speaking of that, we're gonna do Naked Snake, and then we're gonna wrap. So Nick can get ready for his show with Drex, because it's gonna be a wild ass show, because he goes live in like 30 minutes, boys. So
holy shit. Was it really that time?
Yeah.
We're closing in. So
we
we're
might be a few minutes late.
Holy shit.
We're gonna do Naked Snake, and then we're gonna raid the Jack show, which should be live right now, because I told Anna I'd raid her. So make sure you stay for that, because it's going to roll right into that show. And then, of course, Nick will be live here in about 30, 45 minutes. So get on it, doggone it. It's time for Naked Snake, and then we're going to wrap up. I do want to say I appreciate you, Nick and Drex, so much.
Well, of course.
Always thanks for having me.
You're my boys. And then real quick, appreciate Neanderthal. Another red boy, 2 streams in a row. Mercenary, Grip, Vinay, Mila Real, Akareus, and the culprit, the Pink Boys today. You guys are wild as fuck, and everyone else. I thank everybody, but we're running out of time. Yes, I am rating John Malin's channel. Yes, and thank you, Renee. Says Linus Tech channel was built over time while he worked a job. I think that's how it should. That's how it works. You're right, dude. I was at my job for 6 months until I was doing YouTube full time, and I was working full time, and then I got fired because they found my YouTube, and I was working at Walmart.
I was doing YouTube along with lawyering for 9 months before I decided I'm gonna make the switch, and then I started scaling back my law practice and ramping up YouTube. But it was 9 months of content creation before I said, I think I am not at a point where I'm replacing my income, but I think if I work 40 hours a week and really drill this thing, I will be. And luckily for me, it didn't take long after that, because once you're consistently producing content, people start coming more and more. But
that's just how it works.
It ain't easy.
Thank you, Master Lions, for the 5 gifted memberships. It's that time again. Get the hell on it, doggone it. It's 185 streams in a row. 185. Lock the stream. We already hit the goal, but you need to go ham as hell. Thank you guys so much. It's that time again. Here we go.
Drake's gonna bitch out. He's not gonna do it.
We're gonna peel off the Baywatch shirt. You ready? I should have wore mine. You should have told me, bro.
We'll coordinate next time.
All right, here we go. I gotta pop my head off real quick.
Oh shit.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
Welcome to the gayest couple minutes on YouTube.
Here we go, boys.
Searching, I'm melting to you.
Cody only does this because he likes to look at himself.
Can't
even hear me.
Here we go, Nick.
Okay.
You're so super.
185.
You're wearing a hat.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Ooh.
He doesn't.
There it is.
Oh my god. What the fuck? We didn't know he was this jacked.
Some of us did.
Look at this man. It's the way I fly to you. Oh, I'm Steve in a dream. Snake eater. Ooh. Here we go. Here's the big part.
Knowing the song.
Ready for this, Drex?
Oh yeah.
On a tree round, it's a trial.
How did you have this good at rhythm playing Battletoads?
We got jacked ass Drex today with 185th naked snake in a row. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Doobie McNasty coming in with that pink boy.
You two should hit the gym, pussies.
Appreciate you guys so much. All the Blue Boys, Holy Ozone, Rudy Toot, Twisted Tragedy, Steve and Crowder. Damn it. I said why Drex doesn't do YouTube full time. Sam says, One Boy, Lord Narcowicky, Rudy Toot, Holy Ozone. Yay, all three of them.
Drex is like 80% shoulders.
You guys are killing me.
Oh my
Big Hurt
God.
got you knocked out on shoulders.
I don't know why Big Hurt got it.
Uh-oh, there she is. Just in time.
Up on aisle Jessica.
Oh, it's just reloaded in the chat.
There she is.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna be on the Kiwi Farms. No, dude, there's a thread that's been looking for my nudes since 2019, and it's active every day.
I can't believe they haven't found your porn yet.
Every time I do Nugget Snake, there's another damn clip on that forum, and I'm like, bro,
Wait, have you?
yeah, every time. And did I balls deep to girl, and I put it on a random website, and no one ever found it.
Embarrassing.
It's
I'm
gonna
doubting
be
they
the
have the
thing
autism skills they claim anymore.
It's gonna be the thing that kills me in 2025.
You know what? Hey, so Camelot, no cap. I remember when Nick got yeeted off of YouTube, I actually suggested he go on OnlyFans. Just because all the restrictions, like they do so much censorship on here. They're like, are you better going on OnlyFans?
No, because OnlyFans doesn't allow speech. Like they restrict speech the same way YouTube does, or worse.
That's fucked up.
It's real bad.
So it's literally the only Rumble. So that's the only place you can go. They'd be like, okay, I can just be saying certain words and it's cool. I can show certain clips.
Yeah.
That's fucking whack, man.
Yeah,
It's
OnlyFans,
wild.
you can have your dick out or whatever, but you cannot you can't like say anything negative about anybody at all. It's
What the fuck?
it's only positive nude content.
It's like,
there.
I'm pro-vaccination. Look at my dick.
You can't even do those fun scenes where it's like the chick saying a bunch of racist stuff while she gets slammed.
I don't know. Fuck that. I'm into race play. That shit is hot, man. Look, Camelot, you ever smash a black chick and you like put on a fucking white robe or something? You gotta do what you gotta do. Race play is hot.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Like,
been.
you ever smash an Asian chick that throw rice at the bitch?
No, that's actually sounds great.
Would you?
Do that?
But would you?
I would. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fried rice. Yeah.
Tell that bitch make me a patty.
Get that-
Right. You just throw it at her.
General
I
so.
just put her in the microwave and call it Hiroshima.
Oh my God. On that note, boys, we're raiding
She's
John
like, I'm
Malin.
Vietnamese.
Oh, damn.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Make sure you guys like the stream on the way out. 1100.
Definitely
Right
hit the
there.
like button.
Hit the like, because this is the only time you're going to see Drex's beautiful chest. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's manly. Shoulders, chest.
Yeah. We worked out. Come on. When I get down to Huntsville, we're gonna have to go grab a workout together, man.
Dude, I'm
And
all
hang out.
about it.
Shit.
No, I've
Dude,
said
I'm all
pretty
about
gay shit to Camelot, but that was the gayest thing
Oh
I've
my
ever
God.
heard.
That's what we get to do. They work out together. Like, yo, Camelot, I'm gonna be in town. Let's grab a workout.
Just lift heavy stuff together. We'll sweat a lot.
Oh shit.
Our breath will
Hey,
be
let's have a wait. What happened in Zoolander was a what fight? They had a
gasoline fight.
gasoline fight. Yeah. Let's.
All right, boys. It's time to raid John Malin and the Jack Show. Make sure you guys go give him a like. Follow Drex and the
Peace
McDowell
out.
Podcast. Follow Mr. Nick REKIETA. Appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it, doggone it. And
Let's
anything else
do
you
it.
guys want to say before we log?
Nah,
Yeah. You were gonna be on like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
something like that.
I'll
We'll
see
see
you
you over
guys.
there.
I'll
It'll
be
be
in the chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.